Creepy.
All right. So welcome to Dying Embers, episode 30. 30 episodes of this, holy shit. It's a lot of games. We started this in 2018 September, something like that. And you guys have been trucking along. Yeah. I got my Crawford resume shirt is on. What do we got for announcements today? Ran out a lot. How's everyone's schedule going for the 28th after Christmas? You guys can all make that game?
Yeah, should be good.
I'm going nowhere.
Cool. Campaign 3 starts. I'm gonna push it back a week, so it won't be this Monday, it'll be the Monday after, or the 23rd, right before Christmas. Be a new game starting. Get a little more time in. We had some good ideas yesterday on that stream. That's some cool stuff. Spine Panthers and all kinds of stuff. Well, let's get into it so we can get to playing. It is still the 21st of Lothus. Still that night. The Wolfheart clan took their army into battle against Magnus Darkshield's nemesis, Halric Craghelm. And eventually, you guys were able to overcome his dark magic at the loss of some of your forces, including Izalorth, one of your dragons. We're going to grab it right after the end of the battle. So this will be like right when you loot the bodies, you find the coins, and you see Eazor fly away back to the Castle Rend. You guys have captured some of the remaining forces. Get to these ruins. So you guys fought the hard-fought battle. The 6 of you came out on top. You looted the bodies. You can divvy out the equipment as you wish. Magnus, you picked up the axe, the coin. Avon, you picked up the book. And you guys got a pretty good amount of gold from looting their coffers.
The 2 black opal and 7,000 gold.
So you got the elixir of health, the wand of war mage +2. Right where we left off, I know Ryzen wanted to invoke his gods to try to help the fallen dragon Bud. And Avon and Magnus were looking at the soul coin. So, you want to do the deity first? You want to invoke and see what happens? See if you can help out Izalorth? Yeah. So I think you're doing what, divine intervention?
No.
Divine intervention. Begin to love you, corner deity. So describe the assistance that you seek from Natsuko the Trickster, and then you roll a D100. You roll a number equal to or lower than your clerical level, your deity will intervene.
Okay.
So you gotta get 11 or lower.
Yeah.
And then what assistance do you wish your deity to provide you?
With a revival of Izalorth as like a representative of herself.
Okay.
Damn.
Unfortunate.
So the 6 of you, you see Ryzen is kneeling over Izalorth's necrotically ripped apart body from that void dragon. Zervesh, you'd made a bed around him, didn't you? Of like flowers and vines and stuff. I think you
cleaned it up and cleaned the blade off of whatever it was.
That's right. Then you dispelled the magic on his body. So while you're doing that, you see Ryzen come next to you, and he kneels down next to Izalorth, and he starts to pray. And he prays for 10, 12 minutes. And then Zavesh, you see Ryzen start to, his face doesn't falter, but he stands up, or she stands up and she steps back. She looks down at the deceased dragon, and you see a tear kind of trickle down the side of her cheek. As Lorth is unmoving.
I guess it was meant to be.
And looking over your shoulder, you can see Izor's perched atop Castle Rind with his back looking the opposite direction. He's looking towards the east with his back to your group right now and your forces. And you can see Greg Elias standing. You can see his tall 12-foot body silhouette standing next to the dragon. And he reaches over and he puts his hand on the dragon's back. While this is happening, Avon, you identified some of the equipment that Magnus had found. So you guys found the Dark Shield's Dominance, Magnus's father's axe, to do with which as you wish. You also found the soul coin. And the Wand of Warmage +2.
Ooh. Can anybody use a wand? Besides me, I think.
To see you can, right?
You're muted. You're muted and your mic is on the other side of the desk.
So
I
obviously,
think any spellcaster can use a wand. It's just a focus.
Okay.
I can't hear.
either way, I'll put the axe on my hip.
Okay. So the wand takes an attunement slot. The axe takes an attunement slot.
I'll get rid of the.
And these are your guys' attunements right now.
Ooh. I'll take off the boots and take the wand if nobody wants it.
No one's said anything, so Wand of the War Mage +2. Then you just you put the boots in the bag of holding, or however you guys want to do it.
Yep.
And then Magnus, you have an extra slot, so you can just do both if you want to do both.
Okay, do both.
Dark Shields, Dominance. So let me pop onto Avon's sheet real quick and make sure I give you extra +2 to all your spells in the back. Chink. Should be back here somewhere. Global attack modifier 3.
Let me get rid of one of those 4 mages. Alright, there we go.
So Avon, you take the wand, put it in your belt. Magnus, you have your father's axe. Then you have the soul coin. And whatever else the 6 of you like to do.
This is after Avon identified the soul coin, right?
Yep.
That's when he said the name.
Yep.
Magnus walks over and chops off his head. not Avon's look.
Avon,
Not
Wait,
Magnus
what?
He walks over and chops off the big bad's head.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't say anything, just chops it off.
Give me a strength check or athletics check. Okay, yeah, with one. You want to use your father's axe?
Yep.
So with one clean swipe, you go into Cragcomb's head and detaches it easily from the body.
He picks it up and just puts it in the bag, or in his bag. Doesn't say anything. Just puts it in the bag.
Sure.
Should we go check on the dragon?
I think so. And then we can find out what to do with that soul coin. Because you might not be the only Dark Shield left now.
I just starts walking away. He doesn't respond to it.
Interesting.
Sorry, give me 1 sec here. Is there anything else you guys want to do in the battlefield?
Well, if we're just going to leave the dragon there, I am going to harvest some scale and some stuff from him. Because why not?
Okay.
Wait, which dragon?
The dead one.
There's 2 dead ones.
Well,
Shadow one faded.
yeah, not the shadow one. Our dragon. I was going to take some scale off of it.
I was trying to stop you. don't dismember our friend.
Okay.
I guess as I'm walking back, I'll try to recruit the last burning tree honor guard.
Okay.
And let's say Brand.
No. So your Brax infantry units have the brain tree are all sitting down, or the brain tree honor guard are all sitting down in the mud in the muck, their weapons lowered, and the infantry, your Brax infantry, the ones that Tsiki and Rizzo used, are like circled around them. So Rizzo, give me a nature check.
Not going to be pretty. 10.
And how much time do you want to spend harvesting the dragon? The shadow dragon, right?
Yeah, we're gonna go. No, I'm not going after him. We're gonna go to the shadow. Long enough to just get a couple of scale. I don't want to spend too much time. We're trying to get the hell out of here.
Okay.
So 15-20 minutes while they're trying to recruit.
Sure.
It's not very pretty, but I'll hack and slash.
With the 10, you're able to you break apart some scales while you're doing it, but eventually you get the hang of it the more time you spend, and you pop off a good amount of scales. And if you want, you can collect a couple of his teeth unbroken, and a claw if you want to pull some stuff out. Or if there's anything else major you want to try to pull, like if you want to try to pull like an organ or something for, I don't know why, but
No.
it's pretty easy to get the scales and the
Dragon
teeth.
I think we're gonna leave the hearts in there. If this
Anybody
time.
want to eat a heart?
Anybody want some food? Anybody? If not,
No.
Be the perfect time for Magnus to die from a dragon.
I'll harvest it anyways.
Taking the heart too.
I'll take the heart. I'll take the tooth, scale, and yeah, that'll be it. Tooth, scale, and heart.
Cool. So while Rizzo's chopping up this shadow dragon, Magnus, you walk over to the Abraxas infantry as they stand around them with their glaives ready, and as you turn, they turn to you in like a very militaristic style motion, and they give you a nod. And the burning tree, they're all just sitting there. You know, they have a very chaotic wardrobe with branches and moss and dried blood and stuff, leaves all over their armor, like camouflage almost. None of them stand and greet you, they all just sit there.
I'll just walk up to him and ask him, would you rather die or would you rather follow?
You wanna make a intimidation or persuasion?
To intimidation.
Sure. Hmm. A couple of the Burning Tree members, they look around at first. They stop and they kind of turn to each other, looking for someone to take the reins or to step up or make the decision for the group. And a little bit of time passes and they all just kind of sit there. And then one spits at your feet. I saw you claim his head.
I did. But you're not important enough to cut yours off. So I'll just give the order for both the infantries to kill him.
Okay.
Walk away.
So you guys see Magnus walking back towards the group, and as he does, all the Minotaur lower their glaives and they pull back, and almost in unison, just and you just hear and then bodies start to fall behind Magnus as he walks back. Cool guys don't look at explosions.
I should let Avon fireball. God damn it.
So the brain trees are dead. Okay. As you walk back towards the group, Rizzo is also walking back. He's collected. What do you wanted to collect? Now the 6 of you are standing in the mud, surrounded by the aftermath of war. Not much is left of this town anymore, as it's been ransacked. The people's bodies from what you saw were turned into that dragon. But your army is still intact. Ezor is still there. Your sky castle is floating above you. What does Wolfire Clan want to do? It is dusk, so it'll be dark soon.
How much of the Minotaur people did we lose?
You lost your full honor guard, like your well-trained members. And then you lost half of one infantry, but you regained 1 life after the war's over. So that you have your 8-8, your 5-8, and your 2-4 up here are your correct numbers for your army right now.
I guess it's time to go talk to the dragon.
Should we fire step up?
I was thinking the same thing. So yeah.
Yeah.
Start building a fire.
All right. You build a fire quickly, Avon. You cast Fire Step, and the 6 of you appear in Sky Castle Rend. Grey Goliath walks away from Ezor. Ezor is still in his dragon form as you guys emerge. When you guys walk up, Sarge reaches over and gives Rizzo a big handshake. I saw you down there. You did well, my friend. You held your own. I saw those big kicks, knocking the big guy on his ass.
Yeah, they had a hard time standing up.
I'm afraid our friend over there isn't too happy. The big boy over there tried to have a word with the dragon, but he would not speak. And he has not turned. He just keeps looking off from where the sun will rise.
Losing somebody is very, very hard.
This is true, yes.
But then again, you didn't leave us. And here we are.
I never will.
I
would like to take a look at that thing you have on your hip at some time, though.
Oh, you mean my boomstick?
Yes, I just... It's very interesting. I've never seen something of this craft, and I just want to look it over, maybe see if it's something that I might be able to make for myself.
Interesting. Do you think you can make it better? Shoot range farther?
I'm sure I could figure something out if I get some time to mess around with it and see the inner workings. See what makes the baby tick.
Well, me and you will have to have a little conversation later and take this thing apart. See what we can do.
Ah, yeah,
I say
yeah.
we can do, not just you, my friend.
I understand. You do smell like battle. Look, you have innards on you. He wipes off some guy's intestines off your shoulder.
Yeah, well, you know, that's it's what happens. You get a little dirty, kick people down in the mud, hack and slash, you know.
So I prefer
fun
to stay
stuff.
on the ship. Or whatever
Ah.
this is called.
Yeah, flying castle, ship, whatever.
Feels like a second home to me now.
Well, I hope so. And we need to go find a place to rest while we take care of this dragon real quick.
You want me to keep her floating or should I land it?
Let's keep her floating.
You
I'm
got
talking like Sarge now, god damn it. Keep her floating, please.
it. Oh, you got it. The rest of you guys are in the middle of Castle Rin. The dragon has his back to you. When you guys appeared, Greg Goliath gave you a nod. His blade this time is clean. And Greg Forrest still stays close by. Greg Goliath. He hasn't really left him since the initial order was given. He just always follows Greg Goliath wherever he goes.
Best pet ever.
But
I'll
you guys
order
are-
for the dragon.
stares off to the distance.
We come to let you know how saddened we are by Azalor's death.
Slight
That's
rain
raining?
picks up.
Fuck.
Yeah, I rolled rain.
Oh,
Slight rain picks up.
Get dramatic.
Visibility is reduced to half range. This is a pretty heavy downpour. Caught in the already mud fields. I've known him since I was a wormling. He was my brother. And I can't help feel that he gave his life for a cause he did not believe in.
So then why did you guys help?
Because I thought it would be in our best interest to follow the remaining Abraxas Minotaur. What was left of the Varhul Empire. You wanted to flee or look for a new future, and I cannot help but feel that it is my fault that he is gone today. So now someone that I've always had by my side for over 150 years lies in the mud below me, broken.
I step up and I say, nobody dies for no reason. He went out there on his own cause. He did what he thought was right at the time. Just as you did. Everybody has sorrow just because someone else has passed. This is just another step.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm such a bad person. I can't persuade anybody. Oh,
7.
hello, hey, yeah, hey. It's okay. Everybody dies for no reason. Fuck.
Is that Mario?
Yeah, right?
Hey.
Boppity-boopity.
You can tell, you can see that he hears you because you can see like the flail of his ears, but he doesn't turn around. He just keeps looking off to the distance. The rain is pouring down on him.
God damn it, Indomitable. I'm re-rolling that shit. 'Cause that was bad. We're re-rolling that shit. Where's my Indomitable? Where are you? There we are. We're re-rolling that shit. Persuasion.
Oh, it's a saving throw, so you can't.
Oh, I can't do.
Yeah,
Oh,
save
that's
throw only.
terrible. That's terrible. Well, I can't persuade him. I'm over there whispering sweet nothings into my own ear.
He just keeps looking off into the distance.
Is there anything we can do for him? You?
I'm a sympathy. Sorry.
What did you say?
I don't know what's wrong with this. It's not working.
You gotta talk with purpose.
Say hello
Talk
to your
like a normal
microphone.
person.
I think now I need to see what purpose I'll have come in this next chapter of my life, I guess. I've
Without you
never
two,
not.
that
Go ahead.
abomination would have continued.
This is true, yes. I do find solace in knowing I put down that unnatural beast. Do you know what happens to their souls? Those that were made to become that thing.
I pray they were released upon its death.
I wish that as well. I wonder what happened, or what happened to Ezilor's soul. We spent so much time fighting back dangers, we never got to see and experience the world for what it was. I feel like I have much to learn and much to experience. I've only seen death.
I'm afraid that is most of the world.
And you join this thought? Do the six of you fight to better the world? Do you fight for your own gains? I know you do not wish evil upon the world like that unnatural beast and that man. Even though I can still smell him here next to me now. His stench is
So, like,
everywhere.
I feel like we all fight for what we feel like is going to make the world better.
I believe there should be a balance of good and evil. Never one of too much. Too much of one.
Do you believe evil is chaos?
Not necessarily. Good can be just as chaotic as evil.
I know you must wonder. I know I will not be leaving tonight. But I will be thinking about much. And I am curious what all six of you really wish from this. But I'm
Well,
very Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, let us know if we can do anything for you. Or is it Lorth?
I do not abide by your burial practices, for once the body is dead, the spirit is gone.
I didn't say we have to bury him.
I am unconcerned with what you do with the body. He's not there anymore.
Could have taken some of him too.
Rizzo runs down and cuts scales.
I'm about to go back down there, you sons of... No.
Sticky's gonna go up and speak to Azar too. Again, we are sorry that you lost your brother, but despite of what happened, the Minotaur here are still your family. So regardless of what you choose to do, you can always come back home to us.
I think I would like to see them find a life outside of war. And I think I would like to make that happen for them. After that, I may depart, but until then...
That is what I wish for them as well. But we will find it, as you have already met our Lord and Savior Haralfir.
I can smell the Minotaur on you, small furry one. I know what rests inside your soul.
Loyalty and strength. And other things.
So as long as your path is in the best interests of those that follow you, just know that I wish for them to not be in your services forever. And he leaps off the castle and starts to fly. And he flies into the forest and the shrubbery, and you see him slowly vanish out of eyesight. It's weird, my Twitch viewership keeps jumping from like 7 to 2.
You can't keep looking at it.
Well, it's because like I can see everyone in the chat, so it's just like, even though I can see all of you in there, it's not like Holden, which I thought was weird. It was acting up yesterday too.
You got a view bot?
It's not. No, it's like I can see. Well, I can see anyone that's subbed or followed in the Twitch chat when they join. So like I can see Rizzo when he joins, and Blanton when he joins, and Z and all that people. So it's just weird that it keeps going. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a Twitch thing. Yep.
Yeah.
Because I haven't stopped rejoining. I haven't left.
Yeah.
I'm always watching. Stalking you. Stalking you. Stalking you.
Ah! Stop with your boomstick.
About to get an extension on that boomstick too. Look it up.
Pill a day. So Izar flies off the castle and he goes out of your sight. And as he flies off, the rain holds, but the sky darkens above you, and just the moonlight now illuminates the top of Castle Ren.
I do have a random quick question. Castle Ren, does it have everything a castle would have, like putting a forge, that type of stuff? Or is it just like typical, here's your quarters, that type of stuff, galley?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's no forge like for blacksmith stuff. There's when it was wished into being, so it has like things that were for the 4 people that were around when it was wished.
Yeah.
So it has like a library, like a small spy room, like a nursery.
Gotcha.
But nothing attuned for that kind of stuff. You can, whatever you guys want to, you can build your own city or other cities, and you can add to the castle or all kinds of stuff.
Well, I think I've already said we've got this town down below us that has been evacuated by our enemies, and now we've evacuated them. We could always leave the Minotaur here with our dragon friend.
How good of
At
a
least-
shape is this town though? Like it's pretty destroyed.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucked, isn't it?
These Minotaur people are used to building a whole entire city in a fucking night. I'm pretty sure they can build a little town. To be okay.
I mean, you can build down here if you want to. Thank you for resubbing, Raiden. That Twitch Prime.
Yay!
See that again?
You want to see the map?
Yeah.
So as the six of you stand out on top of the castle in the rain, you looking at the map.
I mean, that's actually nice because it's like, are we on the river then?
Go right on the river.
Yeah, you're on the river.
Cool.
Remember that Gull Point and going into the Gulf Storms is impassable because the Kraken. There's a Kraken that's living in the waters here.
Yeah.
Now we just have to take care of the Kraken.
River
I'm sorry?
coming up towards Avernus. So he's not in the coast.
You have to ask your companions.
If I remember right, he's right here, isn't he?
Yeah.
Black
I
and
thought.
entry.
Ragnar Storm Bear wanted to cross there, but they were pushed back by the Kraken.
Yeah.
So they had to reroute and go the long way to Croft.
There's only a way to train the Kraken. Yes! Have another ally.
I say we see what's going on with y'all. If y'all
Expecting another war with the actual warlord.
yeah, I think that's I know the warlord is going to Alheim. And they know a secret passage through the Cloudburst Mountains to get to Fjall. But we still have a little bit until he gets here.
Well, they already had Avernus and it was destroyed. Do you think Fjall is the same?
No. I don't think Fjall is destroyed. I think Avernus was only destroyed because of it was the burning tree. Fjall, they've been there for a long time. They wouldn't destroy the city, sleep in tents.
So let's let the Minotaur rest here, and they can make a temporary home. We should go scout out fuel, see what's going on there. I don't think anybody's ready for another battle yet, so let them rest. Figure out what we need to do.
Agree.
So you want to tell them to start to build a village here? Is that what you're going to tell them?
Just a
Temporary
little
shelter.
village, yeah, like some little shacks, maybe.
It's like you want to turn this place into like
We can start fishing.
Wolfheart Central.
Yeah.
Wolfheart Central? I don't know about that. Maybe.
Wolfurnus is what its new name is.
You can rename it whatever you want.
No matter what, they can at least stay here.
Some can choose, some can come with us. Allow the dragon to stay here for a few days and enjoy peace until he's got to come back because he realizes he's got to fight.
You're
You know.
fighting again.
I'm not going to push him in anything.
You
No.
fat motherfucker.
He's on warning. We can be. All right, so we're gonna leave everybody here, and we're going to take Castle Ren and fly to Fuel.
It's a 5-day flight.
Maybe we should just keep the castle here.
How long a walk? A week?
We
Probably.
have horses still.
Is there a distance on Fire Step where you really can do it from anywhere?
Plane? You're gonna be on the plane.
Just on the
Yep.
plane.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we could take our fat horses that have been on our goddamn castle for
Yeah.
months.
Thank God we didn't feed him to something.
I forgot we tried that. We were,
It was an option. If
We were
did
gonna
it,
try that, yep.
so
Glad we
I would
did.
have saved all of your lives. So fuck you guys.
Oh shit.
Well, how about we rest and in the morning we head to Fjall?
How long's the run with the horse?
They're fat horses.
You get to pick a
They'll
pace.
double the length.
Depending on the pace you pick, it opens you up to more or less encounters. You can do basically a square a day with the horse too. You're basically the same speed.
Isn't it 2 weeks until the Warlord gets to Fjall?
Mhm.
So we have 14 days. Figure out what the fuck we want to do.
So by the time we get to Fjall, we're gonna have how many days? 9?
Yeah, 9.
Let's not decide until we go to Fuel and we speak with those who are there.
Actually, it's gonna be 8 days because we're gonna spend a night here.
Well, when you count tomorrow for the first day,
Eh,
not today.
ask the DM, I guess.
God.
God, hey God.
Why don't we just all march to Fjall? If we all get there,
Minotaur?
yeah.
Take everybody and leave. Who wants to stay behind?
'Cause
Stay
we're gonna
behind
leave
and
them
build a
defensive.
town.
I mean, the only thing that's gonna be here is the dragon.
We don't have any women and children fucking mini
No,
tars.
They're fighters too.
All right, we all get. Well, damn.
Minotaur aren't no bitches.
They ain't bitches, yeah. They were born to fucking fight, bruh. We
How
gotta
about
fight
in the
our
morning
blood.
we all march to Fjall, and that gives us what 9 days of rest until we have to decide anything, or 8 days, however you want to count it.
Plant the flag of Wolfheart right here in the middle of town so people know it's fucking ours.
What kind of southern accent was that?
Hillbilly over here.
God damn it,
Yeah,
Gina!
look at ours, goddamn it.
Dang it, skater!
Rebel flag, son. Ours.
Alright, that's the plan. Let's go to bed, wake up, and start marching along, kiddos.
Sure.
Let's do it.
The fuck was that?
Tasiki fell asleep immediately.
I was just saying that. Damn. Narcolepsy.
Yeah.
So we got a cool little village now.
I'm gonna, before we go to bed, I'm gonna pull Avon aside.
I was gonna do the same.
Yeah!
Uh-oh, it's happening.
Same wavelength.
Yep, let's just say great. Here we go.
I don't know if Sailing and Avi's can do that together.
I mean, they can. Well, there's
Who says?
ways.
Yes, who said? Can I roll
So
for
that
it?
big boy hand.
So you all go to your quarters and bunker down, but Magnus, you grab Avon beforehand. Do you want to try to keep it from everyone else seeing it, or do you want to just kind of
No.
just get okay, clear? Yeah. So you two walk off.
Into the sunset.
Is there? Do you know anything else about the soul coin? Is there a way to release the soul?
You can well,
Did I just break it?
no.
Oh.
I would get Zervesh to cast a remove curse on it, or dispel magic, and it'll free the soul. The soul will go to whatever deity they supported. You could perhaps ask a question to it using a charge, and then release the soul. You can ask up to 3, and then that's 3 charge. Okay. You can ask I would do 2 questions and then release it.
Well, the third one doesn't bust.
It says it has 3 charges. And you can expend 1 charge to do 2 following. Drain the life. Or ask a question. And since it's a part of your family, I think it'd be probably better if you asked the question.
I don't know about that, but thank you. Appreciate it.
Daddy, can you hear me?
Do you know who this is? Do you?
Yes. It's my mother. I think freeing her soul from this would be as soon as possible.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'd get Sylvester then. I wish I could do it, but I don't have Dispel Magic. I was supposed to get it from Vizerin, but I didn't get it.
Lazy bird. I appreciate it. I'll talk to Zervesh in the morning.
Alright. I'll head back to my room.
Okay. You all lay down for the evening. Rest up. Health and spells. Give them back if you haven't already. You're now tuned to your new items. You have your big old lump of money. Just to verify you guys got the correct amount of money. In total, you should have got, as an entire group,
Let me see.
12,000 gold, 2,000 platinum.
Yeah, I did not put that in. I don't think I picked it up, so.
Part of that would be from what Rizzo
Yeah,
picked
so
up too.
I ended up getting a total of 7,000 off of the one guy I had.
Yep.
And 2 black opal.
So the other guy would have had
Put that in the.
the other guy would have had 5,000.
Yeah, so if you want to put that in there, that's fine. I mean, I would like to keep 1,000 of it, but I'm gonna be the nice guy and give it all.
Oh, look at you.
I know, right? I wanted to be like fucking Dingbat and say, "Oh, it's only 400 gold." Yeah. 400. Oh, cheap asset. And yeah, I'll give you the 2 black opal as well.
I just realized this is gold coins, not GP. So I'm gonna make the difference on that. Alright.
You like my Santa? Sizzy G, thank you for resubscribing with Twitch Prime.
Another little sort of thank whoever.
Sizzy G.
All the free emotes.
Emotes.
I got a haha doge.
Christmas
I got a haha
emotes.
doge.
So, when morning comes, Avon, you get a message, or a sending message, from Pina.
Alright.
Pina
Picking
says,
up morning wood.
oh, that's funny. Pina says, hope you're having a good morning. I really love my time at the college. However, things have been strange lately. The Arch-Chancellor and Professor Amandi and Wooten have been gone for weeks. Have you heard anything?
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
I'll respond with I have not heard anything.
spelled wrong.
Be safe. The Grand Master could be on his way. And that's it.
She sends you another one. They left suddenly together once the Griffin Riders approached the college in the morning. Have not seen the Golden Claw come here since I've been here. I'll keep an eye out for the distressed body and the Grand Master.
I'll try to contact Amandi or one of the other chancellors.
Okay.
And that's what I'll send.
So Amandi is the professor of conjuration.
Okay.
Wooten is the professor of evocation. And the Arch-Chancellor is the big dog.
I'll probably try to contact our chancellor.
Sure.
I'm gonna do sending.
That's the Arch-Chancellor.
Oh, he's got fucking Moko tattoos all over his head, huh?
And he's the head of the Royal College here. Where they were at, I think, before. Well, you guys, I think you were there.
We were there.
Yeah, I think you guys were there. That's what the fair was. Okay, so you want to shoot him a message, the Arch-Chancellor?
I'll say, are you safe? Heard you and a group have left. That's all I'll say, yeah.
He responds, "Good to hear from you again, Avon. I'm protecting my college with close friends. I will always be safe in their presence." It is you who may wish to be concerned for walking with a Salian.
Okay. I think that'll be it.
Morning has come. The sun rises from the east, and as it rises, you can see Iazor. Well, you can feel his presence because he lands on top of the castle, and it moves a bit when he lands, just from his weight. The six of you wake up and go about your morning with whatever you'd like to do before you depart. They bring up the castle just to see your tokens.
The only thing I want to do is ask Sir Professor Dr. Greg Goliath if he knows anything about blacksmithing, and I'd like to bring Sarge in on it as well, because he looks like somebody who might know how to do blacksmith.
Saying that just because he's a dwarf.
Yes, I am racist. That and he likes to fix things. Yes, I'm fucking. I'm fucking. What is that? What I'm looking for? Profiling.
Okay.
Hello,
See-
my two friends.
Sorry to greet you first. Good morning to you. Greg Lai turns around in common. More. Nin.
Yes, morning.
Nin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Morning.
Good man. Give him a thumbs up. Doing great. Yes. So, Dr. Goliath, you know about my sword. I would like to fix. And Sarge, you may know some things about foraging that I do not know. Dr. Goliath, do you know anything as well?
He turns to you and Tyler has purchased a Gamingbrew hoodie and 2 other merch from the store.
Ooh,
Shout out.
fancy.
What'd you get?
Yeah. Hoodie, t-shirt, and hat.
Hey, nice dude. Hell yeah.
Word.
Those hoodies are super comfy.
I hope so,
They
because
sure are.
you bought 3.
Thanks, man. So Sarge says, I was more of a tinker in my day, but I did a little with the blacksmith, but where I come from is a big old blacksmith emporium. I'm from Hammerfell in the mountains. The Dwarven cantons. Many master blacksmiths make their living down deep into the mountain. And I just happen to come from the largest city. If you're looking for
Oh,
blacksmithing,
fancy.
you might want to visit the dwarves in Hammerfell. As long as that bronze skin of yours will enjoy being underground.
It's no big deal. I'm just looking to find a trade. Something that can benefit me in the long run and for now.
Greg Lai says, my people master on forge, for we hail from the plane of fire in service to Zarka.
I look back at Sarge. Sounds a little more impressive, huh?
It's a little too hot there for me, but I burn easily. Zarka, what? I don't know. What is a Zarka? Zarka. Bigger. Fire elemental. Opposes Volcan. Volcan. Leader of Plane of Fire. Subjects forge dwarves to his will.
Is that what brought you across the seas and into our hands?
Yes, looking for power to help Zarka slay Volcan. We have big city hidden between Plane of Fire and Plane of Earth. Big forge there. Best forge I've ever seen.
That, my friend, is where I figure I'm going to be able to reforge this. I break out the hilt. But I think I'm going to need a little more expertise on how to actually make a sword before I begin to forge this thing in the depths of your homeland.
We go to Ignathar, Plane of Fire. We teach you, or do it ourselves. But your skin will burn. Must take cautiousness. He stops. Precautions.
What do you mean by precautions? Is there anything that we need to be waiting to have spelled on us?
During the day when the sun is out, Plane of Fire reaches almost 200 degrees Fahrenheit. You cannot be outside when sun is out. Must travel at night when the land cools.
Okay.
much lava. Does not bother me, but will bother you and your small friends.
That I can only imagine.
Great city. Many fire giant, many forged dwarf.
Well, Sir Professor Gregoliath, my friend, if you help us in our endeavors, I'm pretty sure we are definitely going to be coming to help you fight your foes. If not them, I definitely will be.
I will help you rebuild your broken sword.
Best friends, yeah, high five.
Make an athletics check.
Oh god, he's gonna crush me. Yep. Cause my pride, I gotta do it. You know? God, dude, athletics.
Yep.
Oh shit.
He goes, "Oh," and he's at least last hand with you, and he pushes you back a bit, but you're able to hold your own with 15. And you just get pushed back a little bit.
Yeah.
Sarge looks over. He walks away.
No, yeah, just look at Sergeant. No.
No.
Avon's gonna go down to the library and start to read that book,
Okay.
the spell book.
Sure.
The one I got.
Put it in your spell list. You had to create the whole thing, or just... I think it's a 6th level spell.
Yeah. Where is it at? I'm trying to.
I think I put under your folder.
Oh, I see it. Yep.
But you could just put under, like, Sea of Darkness, and then... just so it casts, if you want to cast it in combat during warfare stuff. And obliterate some troops. So Rizzo is talking to Greg Goliath and Sarge about blacksmithing. Avon heads downstairs. After talking to Pina. Do the rest of you want to do anything?
I'll just fly down, cast fly on myself, and talk to the Minotaurs below. Kind of let them know what we're talking about doing. Get ready to march. Pack your shit.
Time to start marching.
They do so quickly and without any sort of sass or any type of negativity. They just quickly pack things up and they're ready to go. They're almost ready in like 20-25 minutes. Very,
Jeez.
very efficient infantrymen. Their whole lives have been doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So you guys are going, marching your infantry and going with Castle Rin towards
Y'all.
Fial. Okay.
Taking the castle too? I thought we were leaving it behind, but alright.
Nope.
Nah, we're taking everybody.
Taking it. Yep.
Okay.
We could have used the castle in the last fight. None of us thought about it, so.
No, we didn't think about it. I mean, halfway through, I was thinking to myself, why didn't we have Greg Goliath down there with us? He could have just one-swiped this dude for us.
Are
No,
we shooting
I didn't think
cannons?
Yeah.
Alright, so the 6 of you on top of Castle Rin begin to fly down the coastline, past the Viridian Thicket. And the Cloudburst Bluff rises in front of you as you go towards Fiol.
I'll be on the ground, walking with the Minotaurs.
Sure.
At night, though, I come back out sleep in the bed. Fuck that.
I am going to be flying, and I'm going to, while I'm flying, since we're not going to be doing nothing for the next 5 days, I'm going to actually give the boomstick over to my best pal and let him tinker with it for a little bit
Okay.
and see what he can do.
He breaks it and it's unusable.
You that's when we kick him out. Fucking ship. We say no more. This is why you get left.
We're
Interesting.
leaving you now.
Just throw him off the side. You're leaving the Sarge.
No, remember, I'm giving these to you because I trust you.
Okay. On your third day, you receive a message. Avon. Unless anyone else wants to do anything before we get to this third day.
I don't think so, no.
I have something for after he gets the message.
Maybe Magnus. No?
Ooh, dog just farted. Oh, God. Ugh.
I actually shut my door so mine wouldn't come in.
Ugh.
Nasty dog.
Those are the worst too.
The Arch-Chancellor sends you a message. Wanted to ask permission. Can I come aboard?
Oh.
Yeah.
We're back here.
I forgot about Resh and Gargax. Hi, buddies.
Yeah, they're down there just hanging out.
Like, what the fuck do we get ourselves into?
Yeah, right.
We're fucking idiots.
We're hiding out here till they pay us again. Fuck this
Hey,
shit.
I've been paying a lot.
Yeah, you have been. Thank you. I think we all been forgetting about him.
There's a bright flash of light, and the Arch-Chancellor uses teleport and appears on the deck.
I'll walk up.
You didn't tell us about the first conversation.
Nope.
Okay, I'll walk up too.
So the Arch-Chancellor appears. He has very common silk robes, and he carries a small dagger on his hip and a large spellbook on the other side that's attached to his belt with a chain link. And he holds a like a Gandalf normal staff. Head is tattooed with different types of arcanic runes. Looks to be in very good health, and he has a smile on his face.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too, and it seems you have many new companions since we last spoke.
This is right, yeah.
I'm here to speak to Magnus. If you
Okay.
have a moment. Would you like to speak in front of everyone, or would you like to speak privately?
Is it a private matter that can be spoken in front of friends?
Well, let's just say I don't know allegiances of your fire giant, your dragon, or your Rusko.
Well, I trust them. I don't see why we need to speak privately.
Well, then you should know, if we can speak openly and free, Ragnar Stormbearer is dead. He was killed 3 days ago by the Krovian Empire, thanks to my assistance and the assistance of Wolvik Tinfeather.
I see.
King Marvalde Dominus III wishes to speak to you privately in his chambers, and he asked that I would transport you there after you had a moment to, let's say, absorb this information and ask questions if you wished. But the King of Krov would like to have an audience with you. Wolvig is there.
Okay. I assume you'll take all of us, right?
I'll take anyone that you wish, aside from those that I would deem a threat to the king.
It's understandable. Does anybody not want to go?
I'm going.
We were told that you had no allegiance to Ragnar and you were attempting to help Wolvig in his pursuit to overthrow him.
I believe that was the other way around, but okay.
And might be something that you will wish to speak to him about when the time comes.
That is why we are going.
When Ragnar retreated from the warfields, the Krovian Empire was still strong, and with the help of Wolvig and myself and others at the Royal College, we were able to, let's say, ambush Stormbearer and your Oakhammer. Well, not your Oakhammer clan.
So that dream he had was you guys, not Wolf.
I've come to learn in my years that you should never doubt Krav. The pockets run deep, and with much currency at your side, much can be done. And the Royal College did need new things for our students. But when you're ready, I will gate you all into the Golden Throne. You'll do all to be on your best behavior because the voice is also there. And the voice is much less patient than the king.
Well, whoever wants to go, step forward.
I
Step
am
forward.
going.
Go for it.
Tiki, you want to stay there? You want to stay here?
No, I'm gonna follow.
All 6 are going?
Yep.
So he waves his hands. And Avon, you watch you kind of pick up on a lot of his movements. You're like, I feel like I can maybe learn this, but he casts gate, and this large gate opens up quickly now, and he steps through.
I look back at Dr. Greg Goliath and I say, please keep this place safe.
I don't like small spellcaster, man.
Is that
I
you,
don't
bro?
think he likes you either, but please keep this place safe. We will be back. Sarge, we will be back. My buddy, my pal. Don't fuck things up.
I'll see you soon.
Avon jumps in.
When he goes through, I'm gonna try and contact her off air, tell him to watch over us. I don't trust him.
I'm going through.
Make a religion check before you jump through.
Oh shit! Yeah,
It's a good roll.
I'll step through.
This map's taking. Okay, that loaded. It took a while to load. You could do it. Stream map load. So this is the Golden Throne. You're inside. You're back at Krav, inside the King's Keep. And I have a handout for you on what it looks like from the inside to go along with this.
Marble everything.
The most expensive nation in Erenel.
Fucking gay.
This is also the Golden Claw, and they have a very... The Golden Throne, you guys will know from Krav, is like the symbol of the town. But they also do a lot of stuff with the claw. The Griffin's Claw. And this is like a quick sketch that the guy did for us. But the Golden Throne has that same claw into the back of his throne. But as you guys appear into this room, pristine granite marble floors, much purple and red and burgundy colors, like assault your senses. There's also this very refreshing smell of like lilac, and you have that presence that you know you're in a place of high prosperity. The Archchancellor walks in front of you without looking back, and as you guys walk through this long red carpet, you pass Krovian guardsmen, who many of you have met before in the future, and they stand there at attention as you walk through. The Archchancellor walks up the stairs, past many of the statue work. The high 80-foot vaulted ceilings reach high above you, and at the very top there's a stained glass picture, and it's of a woman dressed in very fine garment clothing, and you recognize her, for those that know Krav or proficient history, as Isabel. Isabel was King Marvade Dominus's mother, and a very well loved and respected queen. As you guys walk in, the Archchancellor walks to the center. He walks past Archmage Amadi, Archmage Wooten, and you see Edis Rootwalker of the Oakhammer clan is bound and bloodied and looks like he's been beaten to hell, but stable. And he's surrounded by members of the Golden Claw. The Golden Claw are like the Crovian Marines. They're Griffin Riders. They're the ones that patrol the skies. And as you guys walk past, you see a familiar face. You see Vondel Stonecloud, which was when you first came to Krov. He was the one that landed on your sky castle and demanded taxation. So the dwarf is there, standing above you all. He looks up and you can see that he notices who you are as you walk past. Archmage Amadi and Archmage Wooten give Avon a little nod as you guys walk up. And as you guys walk past Rootwalker, bloody, spits. Traitor, turned your back on your clan.
Zeke's gonna kick him in the knee.
Yeah, better you than me, because if I kick him, he's going down on his face.
Already did it.
As you rush up, the Golden Clawmen block you with their spears and their glaives. We have done much to him already. Do not worry yourself. The Archchancellor stops at the top, or at the bottom of the stairs here. And as he does, sitting in the golden throne, you can see King Marvalde Dominus III, the Rashimi, with his golden crown, rests attentively. To his left is the voice. This Rashimi human is a well-dressed in full plate armor. The voice is like he's the head of the Golden Claw, and he's kind of like I guess you would assume is like the vice president for Krov. And to his right, you see Wolvig. Wolvig is he's a hard face to read, but you can see that he's happy to see you as you walk in, but he's also a little ashamed. Would be kind of something you pick up on him pretty quick. And behind him, almost fanned out around the king, are the Iron Vanguard, which are the dwarves, the strong fighting force, the ones that Marvalde Dominus took in once the Salian barbarians pushed them from their hometown, which is the same mountain where Fuel rests. That's where they're originally from. And they were driven out by the Oakhammers. And now they stand behind the king, and as you walk in, Magnus, these Iron Vanguard, these dwarves are just staring daggers at you. You can see the hatred in their eyes as you walk up. You can see that same hatred when they look towards Wolvik. But the six of you walk into the cathedral. Marvalde leans to the voice and they start to whisper. The voice puts his hand out towards you guys to stop, to halt. And he shouts over, "We'll be with you in a moment." So the Archchancellor turns and he walks back towards your group. Do not be worried, you're here as friends. And you're here under the guidance of myself and the Archmages. Just remember who you speak to when you speak. He is the most powerful human in the known world. Walker again coughs. You. He gave his life for you. What is your word now? Your word means nothing. They will not remember the name Dark Shield. They will remember Stormbearer and Rootwalker.
Nobody remember Rootwalker. You followed Blood Crazed leader. Look where it got you.
Better that than a coward.
feel like it took more courage to go against it.
Stonecloud smacks him in the back of the head. He falls down on the ground, almost flat on his stomach. From the top of the golden throne, you hear the voice again. You may approach the king. The Archchancellor gives you a nod. Do not fret, to be okay. Your friend is up there waiting. Go now.
I'll walk up.
It is good to meet you at last, Magnus Darkshield of the Wolfheart clan. He holds out his ring on his hand towards you.
Magnus shakes his hand.
You just shake his hand?
Yep.
Yeah. Salient. Ugh. Don't be ashamed. The Krovian Empire has never known defeat in the 500 years that it has been atop. All we wish is for an end to the war. And I want my people to know that my victory came over Ragnar Stormbearer. I have talked with your friend here, Wolvig. He motions his hand. And Wolvig kind of has his head down as he looks up towards Dominus. Your names will not be written in the record books. Your honor, since that is what you are most... That is what is most important to you, will be intact, as it always is. You will just need to submit to the Krovian rule, like your companion here has.
Submit as in...
Our land is our land, and your land is your land. I don't want my people to fear barbarians rushing across the border, taking their wives and children.
That was the whole plan from the start for me, was to stop the war.
And that's why you are still alive and in front of me. Your friend here came to me.
Is that right?
He came to me about a month back, maybe 2. Told me that you two were planning to bring honor to your people. I wanted an end to this war and an end to the violence. I told him I was only worried about protecting my people and reopening trade routes as we did from before. You see, Magnus, a king stays a king by bringing prosperity to his people through coin. And war depletes coin, but we have much to gain by trading with one another. So I do not care which of you ascends or however you wish to make your leadership. I just wish to know that sailing ships will dock at the Krovian dock and bring goods that we in turn can boost our economies together.
I agree to that, but you must understand that my people are not going to be ruled under you. It is still our people.
I agree. I do not wish to venture north. If I have my wishes, I will venture to the south and to the wildwoods beforehand.
If you try the haunted lands, it's pretty cleared now.
I've not ventured into the haunted lands or know much about it. Is there trade to be had?
There are no more minotaurs.
Not anymore. If you were to expand, there's nobody that I know of there anymore. Abraxas is now fallen. But if you were to clear the land, then it's unclaimed land. For the most part, I would assume.
He starts to think. I see, Wolvig. This is why you were so keen to have me speak to him. Very intelligent. Or if I cleared Abraxas, maybe I could trade with the elves from the Illumian Forest. They're pretty close across Azure Bay. I still have the problem to the south of Krov, and the Rift Canyons and the Bandit Lands are still a thorn in my side. One matter at a time. The most important thing is that my people know that I have claimed victory for them in the name of the Golden Claw. And they can rest easy. And that the ports of Vasari and Gold Point and Valdor and Valuna is free once again to do what they need to do.
So what is Fjall to you?
Fjall to me means nothing. But to my companions behind me, he looks over his shoulder at the dwarves. They were driven out of the Cloudburst Bluff. And Fjall was not once named Fjall, it was named a dwarven name, now forgotten the time. I would like to give it back to them. For they held the front lines when they charged into Ragnar and the Oakhammer clan's forces on the warfields.
So where would you recommend we set up then to trade?
I assumed that whoever would take over... Are you do you go by chieftain? Do you go by warlord? I'm not one to mock other cultures. I am just uncultured in what you would call yourselves. But I imagine you would go north to Sleet's Landing. Back to the capital. Or Ragnar's capital.
It is a far trade route, isn't it?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be more beneficial for both parties for us to be closer?
Depends on what trade you... what goods you have to trade.
Of course.
I know much can be found and harvested in the winters. The frozen north.
I guess I will talk to my companions. See what we'll do next. Since Ragnar is no longer.
I understand that I may have taken victory from you.
A little bit, yes. I wish Wolvig would have spoke to me before he came to you. I won't lie.
Let's just say that I paid Wolvig a handsome sum for this information. And he looks over at him. And you can see the smirk on the voice's face.
I'm going to lean forward to Magnus and ask him to tell the king of Kashmarn's efforts.
Yes. And that he wants opportunities go through him.
Well, I hope Wolvig's satisfied with himself of his purchase.
I just want to return to Vartengard, far north from here with my people, and be forgotten about.
As Simon would say, be gone, thought.
My companion just reminded me that Koshmar had a lot to do with us escaping Abraxas alive.
You speak to
Um,
Crimrose.
He was there was a companion in our party at one point who was very close to him.
I would much rather that you spoke with a very prominent, honorable name like the Ambrose instead of the Crimrose.
Well, most, honorable parties that you speak of would not speak to Saline.
That is very true. I imagine you have a tough time walking the streets of Kralf. Especially the Glory Ward or the Crest Ward. You'd probably have an easier time in the shanty. Not that I've ever been there.
So will us being able to trade together, will my people ever be welcomed?
I think
Or
due
will they always-
time, you must understand that the Rashimi people, the Krovian people, have only known the Saline as bloodthirsty barbarians who take what they want by force and have plagued our borders for many, many centuries.
I do understand that, but
It will come
I hope-
slowly.
I hope word from their king helps persuade them. As you can see, I'm not fighting with the Warlord, or wasn't fighting with the Warlord. I wanted to see less casualties.
Influence can be arranged over time and bought. I'm sure you are aware of this, but just because I am king, I am not an all-ruler. We have magistrates and wardens. And we have a Krovian charter, which must be voted on before it comes into power. We have the 7 great houses. You just chose the Crimrose of the 7, which is unfortunate, but it is what it must be.
I can understand that, but like I said, I'm not looking for you to slam down your fist and say, accept us. Just maybe. Some good words.
Yes, I can do this. I will help influence the trade routes once the dust is settled and agreements are made. You'll become a very wealthy man, being friends to a king. I guess this is to say you may become a king soon yourself. Do Salians... Do you hold votes? Is it a democracy? Do you just take power for what is yours?
Well, we used to, take power and fight for it, but who knows with this, getting rid of the old traditions and starting new.
It was an honorable thing to say. Traditions run deep. And then as you guys are talking, you hear behind you, Root Walker yell in pain. Traditions mean shit from someone with no word. Then you hear, "Hupsh, hupsh."
Speaking of which, what's to become of him?
Would you like to trade for him? I'm told he still has prominence around Sleet's Landing, as Oakhammer was the ruling clan. I assume if you tried to ascend to whatever government you wish to put in place, you have opposition from those that follow him. and Ragnar's way. You're more
Oh,
than
sure.
welcome to stay here and let the North become what the North is.
Well, I'd rather go back to my people and help make it more prosperous. Without proper leadership, they'll tend to fall back on old tradition. And then we just had the same issue that we had now.
Would you like to buy him?
How much?
10,000.
His life's not worth it to me.
Then he will enjoy his time here. I plan to use him as a means to show what I can do as a king. We have
I don't want to be
rooms.
the only one to speak. Does anybody else want to speak?
I think everything that's important has been said.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, let's not waste our time with this dog. This root walker.
I have rooms if you wish to stay. If you wish to speak to Wolvig. I can also arrange for the Arch-Chancellor to return you to where you were.
No offense, but I think we'd rather head back. I would like to speak to
Yeah, speak to Wolf.
I think you should send Volvik with us.
No,
Say hello to my little friend called the Boot.
He likes the Wolvig. It is your choice. You are not here under any rule, Wolvig. You are an assistant to the crown. We could not have done this without your help. And I believe that the 100,000 gold that you received is more than enough.
That's a pretty penny.
Fuck yes! Like shit!
I think I will wait and take my own passage home, but I will speak to them. Here or in private, whatever Magnus wishes to do.
I'll turn around, kind of look at everybody else.
do what you want.
I'm gonna go
You
watch
go back to
Torture.
the
I think it's
castle.
fun.
You go back to the castle. Don't move it too much. I can meet you back there. I have some people I have.
Okay.
Alright, man.
Wolvig.
I'll look for a guard to escort me out of the...
Okay. One of the Krovian guards comes up to Zervesh and helps to take you through the castle. As you walk through the castle, Zervesh, going down the corridors and the hallways, everything is still pristine, silver and marble. Guards are at every corner, two at attention. Eventually, he leads you through the castle, out to the front gates, and as he leads you through the front gates, it opens up into the glory ward. Griffin riders fly overhead, and the chatter of a normal day of business is around. And then the throne room. I guess we will speak, and then I will depart on my own accord.
Would you rather meet us at the castle or Fjall?
You can have Theo. I will not be there much longer.
True, but we'll get there first.
My forces are no longer there.
Okay.
I understand you may be angry and I kept things from you, but I thought it was in the best interests for my clan of what must be done. For even though that I knew you were doing what you were doing, I did not know if I could completely trust you with this knowledge. For a Salian assisting a Krovian is unheard of.
Well, now I guess we speak in private.
He starts to walk down the steps. We keep it here, but the 5 of you that are left, and then Wolvik, you guys kind of go into a little corridor. There's a couple Krovian guards on the end. A little out of earshot though, but even though you're alone, you're still in the castle, and there's still guards that are visible that you can see. So what becomes of our homeland now? Did you slay
What do you mean?
Craghelm?
What do you mean? You have 100,000 gold. She leaving?
So this might help a little bit. I'll bring up the map. So Wolvik is from Vartengard up here. And then Sleet's Landing is the Salian capital, kind of like Krov, which is where Ragnar is from. So all the Salian stuff kind of takes place on this whole northern islands, and then a little bit of the coast, kind of by Ustalev and the Warfields. That kind of gives you an idea where he's from. And you're originally from over here.
Yep, Hinterlands.
Yeah. I have gold, yes, but my ambition was only for my people, and with this money, I'll be able to help them prosper for many generations now. And I have ended the rule of a blood-crazed man who had he had more ambition than what he was worth.
Agreed, but you say you couldn't trust me or my party. Yeah, I'm the one that came to you. I took all the risk.
You got all the reward.
I think I took risks too. I went to the king himself. He could have killed me on the spot, used me as a bargaining chip.
Correct. But you took risk of going to a king to help with our problem.
Do not be sorrow, Magnus, that I played chess better than you did.
Who will become Warlord?
Definitely not a little bird.
Of course.
Do not speak to him like that.
I see. Do you want to be Warlord?
You know what? I do.
You will not need to just win over the Tin Feather, you'll need to win over all the other Salian as well. I know the 4 major clans made up the Warlord's alliance, but there are many smaller clans dotted throughout the Frozen North. Not saying that you could not do this, for I know you are accompanied by a dragon. You have a flying castle, and it would seem that you have made a good impression with the king himself. But I will not stand in your way if you wish to ascend. Just know that if you would ever go down the same path as Ragnar, I would stop you.
To be honest, I'd be more worried about you going down the same path. Very easily bought.
I have
But
the largest clan now in the Frozen North, and I am the richest. You should be careful how you speak to me now, Magnus. I can easily dissuade the populace against you.
Good. And then I could let everyone know you went to Caribbean Empire.
Chill out.
I think a couple gold in their pockets will change their mind.
It might, or it might not. I'm not trying to start another war. I'm simply speaking my mind.
That is all we can ask for as Salian.
Exactly. I'm not going after you or your tribe. I just think you should have had a little bit more faith in the sailing people.
I will take my people back to the western half of the slumbering peaks. We will return to Vartungard, Irland, Torvard, and Dorn. Do with what you will with the rest.
Well, till we speak again then. Stick my hand out to shake his hand.
He shakes it. He gives you a very heavy shake. Like you can see he's trying to impose a little bit of his will on you.
Don't make me cast big boy hand.
I will wrestle you.
I return. Just stay on my ground. Chest puffed out.
I am glad to see your father's weapon is returned to its rightful owner. I never did like Craghelm. Come to think of it, I never really liked anyone. He walks away. He walks past the guards. He raises his hand. I'm ready to return. Archmage Wooten walks up to him, puts his hand on his shoulder, and then they both vanish.
Is he
Yep,
somebody?
Scotty.
Is he somebody we're going to have to worry about?
I don't think so.
Should have quite strange alliance near back.
I mean, strange alliances. Look at all of us standing here together. Hello. But still,
Yes, by chance.
a man I do
For the
not
sake of
trust.
Business. I agree.
Still calling him a Saline and not by his name just disturbs me.
He's very fake, as you just heard. He said he didn't like anyone. So, I don't see a reason to go after him, start a fight with him. But
Oh no, no,
definitely
I'm
someone
just
to be watched.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm more worried about him than us. You know, I'm just worried about him in general.
Especially now that he has money. You would think he's probably better than everybody else. I could see that.
Sounds like he's a good business.
He may try
It's the
to.
barbarians.
He may try to persuade all the other people to his side with that gold.
It's possible, but I feel like not a whole lot of them could be bought very easily. Plus, he's going to want to keep that gold from
True.
Seems like a very selfish person.
He took the easy, I mean, technically easier way out.
It'll be gone in a year. Booze and babes.
Just like that.
Booze and babes.
Just like that.
Drugs and
millionaire.
whores.
Yep. Cocaine and fucking drugs.
I mean, we did come up with an imp yesterday that was Danny DeVito.
Yep.
Or Danny DeVito imp.
What?
Yesterday's stream. Oh, who are you sending to, Avon?
Pina. I'm gonna tell her our Chancellor is in Krav with the Golden Claw, and the Archmages are here too, so there's nothing to worry about currently.
Well, there's still he's still out there. Just one.
But watch out for Grandmaster.
She says, are you in Krav? Does that mean you're all going to come visit?
My parents are home. Want to stop by?
There.
Oh.
Fire step.
Fire. He's been there. He can. Fire step.
Fire step is just back to the castle.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
it's
back
back
to
to the
the
castle. Oh, I thought it was anywhere you've been already. Okay. Oh.
We could go to.
We all know you want to.
You're getting
Okay,
close to
let's
gate.
go.
You're getting close to the gate to teleport stuff.
I think I'm the only one that has long distance teleported.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I could just fire step us back to the castle when we want to go back.
I mean, yeah, no sense of going if y'all anymore.
You guys can go anywhere now. The whole game's open.
Well,
I had a timer
we
set
can
for
go
when
back.
they were going to do this coup, and it just hit. That's why that happened.
Son of a bitch.
I had the timer waiting for it to hit.
Now we get to do city building.
Well, Tasiki is gonna go back to the Minotaur people and help them set up like.
Yeah,
More.
there we go.
Let's do it like this. Now that you guys know what happened, we can take a quick break, and you guys can kind of think about
Fuck yeah.
the next step of the journey.
Yeah.
Quick
Break.
Quick little 5-minute break.
Cool.
Be right back, guys.
Remember we was talking about this tan line, Lee? Look at this shit. It's so bad. Son fucked me up this summer.
Did you get this hat? Or did you get the toboggan?
I got the hat. I got the
This one?
black hat with the orange bill.
Nice. Yeah, dude. Damn, 3 things from the merch store.
Fucking noise.
I wanted the hoodie because y'all said it was really good.
Yeah, he's pretty dope.
I have like fucking 16 different fucking hats, so I wanted the hat. And I got the t-shirt just to complete it.
You get this one? Or did you get the
No, actually, I got the black with just the logo.
Nice. When we go to Comic-Con, you should rock one of those.
Probably end up rocking it all.
Yeah.
Evidently, in the summer, I have to wear a fucking hoodie while I'm riding, so...
She made a quick pot of coffee in that little 3-cup, so she'll only take like a second. Should be done soon.
I got to say,
Yeah.
I like that
Jesus
little
Christ,
fucking...
it takes forever.
You gonna buy a new coffee pot, or you just gonna stick with it?
New one came in today. Got one on Amazon really quick.
Whatever happened with that one cup that blew?
The one that caught on fire?
So I talked to a lawyer, and they said I don't have a case because nothing was destroyed or no one got hurt. So I sent it to them so they could do investigations. And I get an email like every 2 weeks about them doing some new testing and trying to find out what's going on.
They send you a new one?
I told them not to.
Fuck you,
Yeah,
guys.
I wouldn't want it.
Yeah,
No,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't want it to.
I wouldn't want that. No.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Well, if they can't even figure out what the hell went wrong.
I just want my refund. I'm letting you know that something was defective. Fix this
Give it
shit.
to me.
Probably just a
Yeah.
battery. It happens.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
lithium battery.
Yep.
It's just crazy, caught on fire.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exploded.
I thought you said it popped and blew up.
Yeah, we were on our computer and we heard it explode downstairs. I thought it was like a pipe burst or something. It was loud. Right downstairs, a little fireball.
Damn it, Avon!
Yep. He's on there. Fireball.
Pew! So while she comes back, I've had the 25th of Lotha set for a couple months now, and it finally hit.
Fucking pussy.
So the day we finally get there, it's fucking time to be cooped, huh?
Hey, now you guys got the whole world in front of you. You can do whatever. Go
yeah,
anywhere.
we can do whatever.
Change any, charge anything, do whatever you want.
Where's that new campaign?
Yeah. Just everyone new
You go to the
campaign.
Vampire Lands. their first game starts with you guys
Time to
flying
take
above
What up, bitches?
them.
We'll take over there and make it a shithole.
You gonna go see your family?
Maybe.
That's what I think you're doing. I figured you were doing it. Hurry up, Sean Day.
God damn it, Shawnee.
We could just go back to the college with the arc
Mm-hmm.
counselor, right? And then we
Yeah,
could
fire
fire
step
step back after.
Yep.
That way we don't have to fly the castle anymore.
Yeah,
So
plus
I
we
need
got the
to-
Minotaurs. We can't march them across. It's
So I
like
need to talk to
fucking...
the arc chancellor about the haunted lands. We didn't get an item, but we got a lot of information, so I feel like that's just as
That's-
valuable.
We can give him the Phalanx axe. If anybody wants it.
You wanted something from the ancient Varhul.
It was at the Varhol Empire. It was technically there. Because we were there. So,
Roll
we're not
deception.
lying.
Show him your mug in chat.
Oh, my Winston mug.
It's Winston from Overwatch.
Oh,
Big old monkey man.
Oh, Shawnee, I have that we were here too.
You have the game, so we
Ye-
can. I wonder if it's as good as the first.
It is pretty good.
Alright, we're back. Let's get some gameplay going. So we still have the 5 of the Wolfheart clan and the Golden Throne. You guys are walking out now back from that little corridor. You saw Wolvig transport out. The Arch-Chancellor is kind of hanging out as you walk past. Whenever you're ready to depart, say the word.
Do
Soon.
you...
Soon.
Dominus, as you guys walk out, another word, please, before you make your way back to your home.
go up?
Yeah, back up.
Here we go again.
Wolvig was easily bought. You are not. I need allies of both stature. I need those that I can use gold to do what I need them to do, and I need those that have the sensibility to work together. If you wish to work together and your aspirations coincide with my own, I may do what I can to assist you. And I would ask that we have the same agreement. I believe your Wolfheart clan is a specifically skilled group of people that I may need to call upon in the future. It is much easier to send a small group into a place than march an army.
Kind of get everybody else.
See, he's like,
Do you see this fucking place? Yes.
not only that, like a partnership with the fucking king.
Yeah.
Tell me,
Good.
and know that what you speak here to me in the voice stays between myself, the voice, and your companions. Do you respect Crimrose?
Actually, that was going to be my next question. I was going to ask what is bad about, like, why is he so looked?
I'm trying to prove, and I have not been able to yet, that he deals in slave trade, and slavery is banned in the Crovian Empire.
Even the dog's looking at me awkwardly.
Okay.
Any information that you could send or provide that may help punish or finally get a thorn from my side would be greatly appreciated and rewarded. I personally have been coordinating with the Ambrose family looking for information on this slave trade, but have yet been able to discover anything of note.
Oh god, that's so funny.
Uh,
Is everyone laughing in the chat?
Unfortunately, our past party member didn't speak of any of their dealings. And the one time we visited, it was just family dinner type thing.
I see. Well, I'm looking
If
for
we do hear
information.
something-
Anything that you may be able to uncover on a Floriana Cortez. She's a merchant, and I believe a pirate. Or Gimbal the Clever, as he goes by. He's a small gnome. Also works, I believe, with the Crimrose family. It is assumed that this Gimbal character has a vessel that can traverse underwater instead of above water. Though I have not seen it myself. It is shaped like a kraken, from what I've heard.
Oh my god.
Nah.
Yeah, just if you have any information that you can provide, I would prefer that you provide it in very secluded means, not by sending or by message, but in person. For you can never trust whose ears may be around,
No.
or what may be intercepted.
Hmm.
And when you're in these walls, you're protected from any type of magic that would invade your memories or your thoughts.
Is this like a private,
Private sanctuary.
I cannot be-
permanent?
I cannot be scryed upon or turned to madness or persuaded by any magical means here.
Are you sure?
Guards!
Of course. If we hear about anything, we will do our best to let word get to you.
Thank you, Chieftain. Chieftain? Have you decided on a name?
Chief, sir.
I
Warlord.
believe we're gonna keep Warlord.
Warlord.
Warlord Magnus.
Maybe some
King
traditions.
Warlord Magnus, right?
King Warlord. King Chieftain Warlord.
Sir King Warlord Magnus the Third.
Well, I think it actually should be God King Warlord Magnus.
Oh god.
Jesus. I feel like maybe some traditions, shouldn't be taken away. But
Not harming anybody. Yeah.
once again, the people may accept me as a warlord, so I'm not
We
that
will
yet.
make them.
Just remember my advice.
Will do.
They will follow whoever gives them prosperity and coin.
And fear.
Fear is only a minor achievement.
No, Magnus is not like that.
They will not live in fear forever.
Hopefully, Wolvik doesn't try to buy everybody. Once he
He-
gets so much money, he may not be so easy to buy.
This is true, and it's something that you will need to be very wary of.
I do think we definitely need to go talk to your the smaller clients after we establish our Minotaur friends, and yeah, my 2 cents.
Yes, I think we should hurry back. We left them for quite a while, just in the middle of a ruined town.
They do have a giant and a dragon watching over them. But yes, I agree.
They'll be
That's
fine.
okay.
Well then, Wolfhard clan, I'm glad this war is over. Peace and prosperity to the 5 of you.
Love, peace, and chicken grease. Bye bye.
Live long and prosper.
The Arch-Chancellor walks up. Where are we going, friends?
Do you guys want to go to the Royal College? And then
I
can
wish
tell
to go to the
her-
Royal.
I would love to see your girlfriend, but Siki really wants to go
We're
see
going
the
to see your girlfriend. Fuck yes. We're
How
going
about-
to see your girlfriend.
Can the Arch-Chancellor send me and Siki back to the castle?
You can do
Yeah.
one more level 8.
We are going to see her. Hell
He
yes.
said he can do one more.
You can do one more mass teleport.
You can always try and find me.
It's true.
Nope, because
Yeah, where the-
Z left and said, fuck you guys.
Well, I think there's no rush now to return back to the Royal College as your friends have been found. I think we should go back to the Minotaurs and establish.
If you wish to walk the streets of
Yeah,
Krov, then
Leave them.
I mean, if you wish to walk Krov, then do not think
Do
that.
not wish that. City is too much.
What do you have against Krov?
I don't think she has anything. against
New one that I have never
just
met
too much.
before. What is your name?
That is irrelevant. I will not be back.
It's Siki.
Pleasure to
Here we go
meet you,
now.
Tsiki. I am Arch-Chancellor Ambrosis of the Royal College.
Yes, I assumed, and I heard. I heard a couple times actually.
Say the name of the place you wish to go as I complete the spell. And he starts to wave his hands in a motion.
I look at Avon.
Okay, can you at least, if we're gonna go to the Royal College, make sure you send to the Minotaur. We'll be home soon, and then we can go to the Royal College quick, and then fire step back to the castle.
Agreed.
Okay.
To the Royal College.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
To the streets of Krav. Or Zavesh has just walked outside.
Oops. We forgot that.
Bye-bye.
No, he told us to meet us back at the castle.
Yeah, just means of traveling.
We all know you
I
can't.
knew where you
stop
said
Zavesh.
that now, right?
Yeah,
Like,
you can't stop Zavesh.
he's doing his thing.
See, you walked out of number 8. Number 8 is the Golden Throne, where the king's castle is. As you walked out of number 8, you walked into number 2, which is the Crest Ward. And for just a little recap on kind of how this place looks. Crest Ward.
I'm still so happy that Grandpa Primrose is Ambrose. Like that's,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
That's why he's like, I've worked with the Embers, but you know, they haven't found anything.
Damn Primrose family. Very suspicious. Just slowly taking over the city of Crawl.
So,
We should have said Ambrose instead.
I gave you a chance to give a minute. You guys didn't want to, so it's fine. You still have
No.
you still have Kashmar in your pocket.
Oh,
we
yeah.
should have said Ambrose, and
Yeah.
then because then we would have been able to give money to Ambrose, and it was still gone to Grimrose.
You guys said Kashmar.
Yeah. I
So-
didn't think about it. Because...
Alright, neither.
Zavesh, you walk out into the Crest Ward, the proud stone walls and the commanding view of the wealthiest ward in Krav. Nobles walk the streets around you. Big Cresian war horses taxi noblemen and carts down the cities. And you see lamplighters are starting to now walk around and get ready for the evening as it starts to come in. What would you like to do?
I'm probably just gonna break out into a sprint to the Ambrose. Or home.
Okay. So as you rush to the villa, the Ambrose villa, and the stark white walls and the gleaming crimson roof come into view, the same place where you first met your companion Ryzen. As you get to the walls, there's guards patrolled out front. And as you walk up, they put their hands out to greet you, and with their evergreen cloaks. Whoa, boy. Where are you rushing off to in such a hurry?
Okay, Kratos.
Hey, boy. Boy.
Boy.
The one on the left has a very pencil or shimmy mustache. The one on the right has a full beard. One on the right with the full beard is the one that said boy. He looks to be in his early 50s. Pretty old for a guardsman.
I'm here to see Nadar or
I will take you inside. The guardsman takes you inside, and as the guardsman takes you inside, she drops her figure, and you see Sayla standing in front of you, dropping her disguise.
Oh, sneaky.
God damn it.
What? Oh, hi there.
Why, hello there.
Do you want to voice Sayla?
I don't know about that.
Okay. Hello, I'm emo as ever, and I'm ready to speak to you. My name is Sayla.
All right, I'll get into this now.
where's the rush?
I know. Shut up. It was kind of there. Why, hello there.
Bye, hello.
Sayla has a big lump on her head. Looks like she might have went full retard.
Hello there.
Hold on, I want to whisper you something quick.
What brings you back to Krav?
I have some family here now.
Does Sayla know about them yet? I don't think she does. Vesh's family being under Kashmarn's.
No.
Okay. You have family here, and I've never heard of this?
Maybe somewhat recent. I had to talk to your father about it.
Oh, well, I hope they are bad. No, not bad. They're well. I hope they are
doing
good.
very badly. Because they're shitty people.
I was gonna say, I hope they are better, but I'm like, I don't, never mind. Alright, so I guess she's gonna... Wait, you went to the Ambrose family, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
You see my whisper too?
Oh. Okay, that makes sense now. Sorry. Out of worry. Because of what happened to him?
Because the last you saw, he was a crazed, bloodthirsty maniac.
Uh-huh.
Remember, he was that, and then all of a sudden,
Ambrose.
right? He was that until they killed. Remember, your grandfather was like chained in the basement.
It's like a lingering worry, but realistically, it's okay.
Yeah, because you never figured out why he was that way.
I mean, I assumed,
Hmm?
rightfully assumed with what we fucking found, but okay.
And then you guys found all the demonic stuff in the Ambrose family.
Well, I will take you to grandfather, and I'm sure he can help you.
Alright, let's go.
So walking into the Ambrose estate, it's everything just like you remember it. Going through the entrance hall, the red carpet that runs down the hall. There's the left, it goes to the gardens. To the right goes to the small little nook where all the large portraits were on the walls. She leads you to that nook where all the portraits are, which was the smoke room when you guys were kind of going through the place. And as you go in there, you see Lord Victor Ambrose is sitting back in his chair. He has a ledger in front of him. He's writing the ledger. He looks up. Daughter, and Zervesh, I recognized you.
Wait, you said Victor Grimroad?
Victor Ambrose.
No, Grimroad.
Told me his daughter.
What did I say? That's a daughter.
Granddaughter.
Granddaughter.
There you go.
And
Hello, my
Zervesh.
niece. How are you? my dementia. It's all fucked.
Damn it.
Too many
He's
moving
cracking.
pieces. You've come to see family.
Yes, are they still here?
Yes,
Wait, how did I not know his family was here? That makes no sense.
you can thank your father for that.
What do you mean?
You can tell her, Zervesh. I will get them and I will return. And Ambrose
You
walks
with
up.
them- You get them over.
What's the deal?
Well,
There should be no deal. He should owe me favors. You guys are my
may owe,
friends.
yeah, may owe you favors, but he owes me none.
But what did he do?
He got them away from where they.
I still don't understand why he wouldn't tell me.
Maybe he figured you didn't need to.
All of a sudden, though, some draconic.
I'm going to go talk to him. Sayla's gonna walk out the roof.
As you walk out, you're bumped by some draconic that come rushing into the room. And you see your father, Nadar,
Watch where you're walking.
your mother, Serena, and your brothers, Tarhun and Torin, all rush in and embrace you. My son, you're alive.
Yeah, I meet him halfway out the hut.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, okay.
So these four draconic now are hugging Zervesh as you walk out. They're dressed in servant-like clothes. Maid uniforms.
Sayla like squints her eyes and then she kind of gets a realization, but she still storms off to go find her father.
They told us that it was you that put us on that boat. We hid. And then all of a sudden we were in Krav, and we've been working here ever since. We live upstairs in one of the guest quarters, and we watch the home for Mr. Ambrose. Where have you been? What are you doing? What's going on? How did you get so much coin to do this?
I didn't have the coin to. I asked for a favor for that, but I've been traveling around doing strange, wondrous things.
Serena grabs your arm and looks at it. These markings on your forearms. What happened to you? My child.
Somebody talked me into getting an intricate tattoo.
Was it that woman that rushed out of here and bumped your father? She's around here a lot. I've seen her quite a bit.
Yeah. No, it wasn't her. It was another of my current traveling companions. I just wanted to come here and make sure you all were all right. And then I'm gonna kind of look at Victor and then look back before I head.
We keep our word as a family. As long as you keep yours, they will be unharmed and fed and well cared for. When he says that, your father, Nadar, turns around and looks at him, and he looks at you. When he looks at you, he's a little pale. Like you can see a fear in his eyes. Son, we can come with you. We can have a family again together.
I feel as if I would have to pay off the debt before they would allow you.
He turns to the Ambrose, your father does. How much is this debt? I will help work it off for our freedom. Our son was taken from us. And we will be whole once again. The debt is beyond what you will make as a servant. Don't you eat well here? Don't you have a roof over your head?
Have a number.
I will have to speak with Kashmarn to see just how much. They are good workers, Zervesh. Your family is doing a very good job here. I will not lie though, and I wonder if my son would want to give them up, knowing that he has a chip to play if your Warlord does not supply what he was meant to supply.
That goes both ways. It would be a shame if the king found out what you were.
Make an intimidation check.
Because technically I know about Gimbal, Florence, and the slaves.
Yep.
From before?
Uh-oh. You dainty little flower.
Your mother goes, "My son, this is not like you. Do not stoop to his level."
My baby bird.
Oh god! It's become a reality!
Oh god, that's great.
Mr. Ambrose will take good care of us in your absence. And once we are able, we will be together again as a family. We have much time to regain together.
Well, hopefully I live long enough to see.
Don't say
Get
such
going Back
things.
to the castle. Never know. A lot of strange things out there.
Mr. Ambrose, you would let him send us messages to tell us what he's doing and how he's doing. You at least give a mother this. He nods. As long as it does not hamper what we're doing here, then I see no harm in it. Especially if it reminds Zervesh of what he's fighting for.
Oh, I haven't forgotten, don't worry.
I
Knew
think...
what I was getting into the moment I talked to Kyle.
Well, now I think you may have put another chip into plays. Even though she's my granddaughter, I do not trust her fully. She is a Wolverine ready to be uncaged.
Oh, hopefully it's a chip in my favor.
So, Zervesh, tell me while I have you here. How is the war going?
I believe there may be an announcement soon.
Did the king finally win? Are we going to be praising the glory of King Dominus in the streets with a feast soon?
Were there any doubts?
That would be good news for myself and Kashmarn. That means we can expect trade routes soon. Isn't that right, Serena? He kind of gives her a glare and he looks at you.
Serena?
It's his mother.
Yes.
Good. And if you see Sayla again, tell her to keep her mouth shut.
That wouldn't do anything. I think you should know. I think you would know that.
She does take after her mother. If you wish to spend more time together, if you wish to stay this evening, Zervesh, you're more than welcome. They will need to prepare my dinner.
I can spend a few hours hanging.
He gestures for you guys to walk out to the gardens. Well, if you excuse me, I will get back to work. They lead you out into the garden, and then the garden has the guest house to the side. It's a beautiful spring afternoon. They have food. It's nothing extravagant, but it's like breads, cheeses, a little bit of meats, and water. But for the first time in 10 years, you guys have like a picnic in the sun.
Just as a random side note, are there any big trees or?
Yeah, there's trees in the garden.
Is there anyone else around?
Oh no.
Make a perception check. With a 15, you see the occasional guard walk by, but it's not like overly defensive or anything. There's nothing in the like 100-foot vicinity of you.
Oh shit.
You guys want to get out of here?
What was that? Hey, you guys want to get out of here?
Well, it puts you in danger. What do we do?
Let's go walk over to the street.
Your two brothers, your father and mother follow you.
When I say go, run through. I'm going to cast transport via plans to.
You got it. The tree opens up with like a magical opening,
Oh shit.
and your parents and your two brothers jump through.
I'll go through.
And as you jump through, you look around as you jump through, and you don't see anyone around you. No one sees you do it. And then you want to peer by like a tree under Castle Ren.
Closer or around, somewhere around the Minotaur.
Okay. So you, your father, your mother, your 2 older brothers all emerge from this large oak tree. And where you are, it's a slight drizzle, nothing extravagant. And as they fall through, they look up and they see Calcerin floating above, and they see the dragon, and they see the giant, and then the army of Minotaur. And your father turns and looks at you. What have you been doing?
Been a really
As you guys fall through the tree,
The balls on Zervesh. Holy
Holy
shit.
They
shit.
just fucking dropped. Goddamn.
so as
Damn.
Zervesh rescues his family from Kashmar and the Ambrose
We
slash
can see his giant balls from here.
Ambrose.
Yep.
You all
Yeah, well,
appear
I
in the I gotta make your family tokens now.
I'm good at
Just
making
reading
you
a Kindle.
randomly generate NPCs.
There's a cool Roll20 Pro feature coming out in the next couple months. It's an automatic token maker. It's pretty be helpful.
Cool.
Yeah, it'd be helpful. Finally, they gotta get some more perks going.
Yeah.
You mean you like just drag a
That's-
picture in it and it'll just make a token out of it?
I think so. It won't do like the fancy outlines I put on it, but
Cool.
if you want to, you can drag your tokens on here. If not, it's no biggie. We can talk through it. But you guys are going to appear in the Royal College. You'll be appearing inside the Arch-Chancellor's Tower, which you were in once before. So the 5 of you step out. If you don't know how to drag your
Just gonna
token,
Go off and explore.
you just you grab your character and then just drag it onto the map. It'll pop down if you want to. If you don't want to, it's no big deal. But you pop into the Archmage's tower. At the very top of the tower, you step through the sparkling portal. His desk is in front of it, and across his desk is littered with scrolls in different types of languages. Libraries are on both sides, like all around. Welcome back to the Royal College, my friends.
Thank you.
I'm
Hello. Again. For the 3rd time?
It pays to know a powerful wizard, and we get around quickly. And you will too one day, my small friend.
I plan on it.
Rizzo's. The thing you carry around your waist.
I pull out. I assume he's talking about the hilt, so I pull the hilt out and say, "Hit these."
No, the other thing around your waist. The
Good shit.
the looks like a tinkerer item.
Oh, the
Looks like a
The
can.
broomstick.
It's like a cannon, a smaller cannon.
Oh, my boomstick.
we got it from, I think, from the Haunterlands.
But also
Oh.
the other thing is interesting as well. He pulls out glasses and he puts them on and he kind of leans towards you.
You did tell us to find artifacts in there, and we found some. We also
Oh,
got a
you
lot of
talking about
information
the? Didn't I get a bone whistle or something like that? Is that what you're looking at?
He was looking at your boomstick, but that's too.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah.
I assume you've learned much from the Haunted Lens and your trip there. We have not had a chance to speak about it yet, but please, I would like to know what information you were able to uncover.
Okay.
Well, I assume he's very interested in my items, so I take it off my hip and I kind of like hand it to him, assuming he wants to look at it.
Yes. You know, I know someone who would really like to see this. Archmage Jebediah, a little gnome tinkerer.
God damn it, Lee. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Get it.
Yeah.
Fucking
Look,
roll swaps.
Jebediah's been in the game for like 6 months now. You guys met him
Yeah.
at the fair, remember?
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
You just have to keep bringing them up.
If anyone would know about this kind of weaponry, our tinkerer would, our artificer.
Well, I know where I'm heading to then. Because I had somebody else look at it earlier and they didn't do anything with it. They just kind of played with it for a little while and decided that they might make more.
Oh, Mr. Jobido is beyond his years in artificery and tinker of magic and craftsmanship. That looks like it would be something that would very interest him.
Very
Just-
nice. I do appreciate the information.
He does have a forgetful memory, though, so if you hand it to him, make sure he hands it back.
Oh, well, I will definitely do that, and I am going to ask for that back right now from you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, excuse. Sorry.
Thank
Here.
you.
Sorry. I apologize.
I do appreciate that.
Now, information of the Haunted Lands. Please tell me everything you know. And did you happen to get an item for something I could examine?
I'm afraid we were unable to retrieve any artifacts of reasonable power.
Make an insight
But-
check.
We did learn. Wait, what?
Make an insight
Make
check.
an insight check.
As soon as you say that. Ooh, 18. You catch a small glimpse of his eyes kind of flare in anger, and then it quickly subsides when you say no item.
There's a fairly good reason for our failure.
His voice still is calm. Do tell.
Are you familiar with an entity known as...
You cut out the end for me.
Oh. Would you be aware of an entity known as Ma?
I've heard whispers of Ma. I know she is... I don't know what she is, but I know she feeds on prayers from other deities. And I've heard of lantern priests will have to go into villages and completely eradicate the village to purge her. Her parasite, I guess.
I'm afraid the Haunted Lands is far larger than a village. The entire area was infested with her avatar.
This
I've
is...
never seen anything like it before. This could quickly turn into a cataclysmic problem. She also grows by using a fairly easy to repopulate plant people that she has brainwashed.
She's spore-like.
Exactly. The worst combination possible.
It may be
Along
worth...
with it,
Sorry, go ahead.
there is also the presence of the House Freth below that, even further.
How's Freth? One moment, he rushes into a library and he starts to go through books. So you see him rushing his finger across the side. Freth. He pulls out a book. He starts to flip through the pages. True elves are in the Haunted Lands with Ma?
Not with, but yes, they're in the same area.
House Freth is one of the houses that fell when El Tyrell fell at the beginning of the timeline into the below. There was their brethren that were mutated and molded and sacrificed into becoming the demons that you all have seen and known today. They share a bloodline with these demons. Perfect music change.
El Tyrell brought them back into this world. So they spread below Ma as well.
Do you think Ma and El Tyrell are in one? Are they assisting one another?
I don't imagine so. I feel as if Ma is preventing House Freth from progressing further in their plans, though. But I feel Ma will become a bigger problem than we can ever imagine if she's left ignored.
There's a demon that blocks their way back home.
Do you know what demon this is?
Shit, I
Do-
forget.
Do you remember?
The name.
I didn't write it down.
I don't even remember if we got the name.
Nah, we had the name. It wasn't named, but we had the type of demon it was.
It was like a big fucking. What is that?
Could I do an
Balrog
intelligence check?
motherfucker, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'll give you an intelligence check. It's a pure intelligence roll. 21, yeah. It was a Goristro.
Goristro.
And that's what type of demon he is, right?
Yeah.
Not his name.
Yeah, it's a demon type, yeah.
It was Goristro. The type of demon.
One of the war. Well, they're considered battering rams for the front gates of El Terrell and the below. You may have stumbled upon something of much importance. I've never heard of anything of this scale. I know lantern priests will holy fire their way through a city or through a small village to purge Ma, but it sounds as if she's already wrapped her tendrils into the haunted lands.
I also have some more information, actually, regarding an artifact that you might be interested in.
Yes, of course.
The king that was in power during the time of the Varhol Empire was actually the cause of the haunted lands. He used an extremely powerful artifact of which we don't know anything about, and it brought Ma into this world when it sacrificed an entire battlefield's worth of men.
So this has been happening for some time now.
This king still lives as well as a slave under Ma, protecting the vault of all Varhol treasure in the capital.
So do you believe if we can destroy or apprehend this artifact, we may be able to banish her back to whatever hell she came from?
If not, I imagine that vault might contain something that could at least help and vanquish. They
And-
weren't the second most power empire for nothing.
And this is before the annihilation, so they have thousands of years to craft it, to build, and to learn compared to the 600 years we've only had as of now. There's much to be found in the depths of the world. And I imagine the deeper you go, the darker and more dangerous it would be. But this vault is at the capital where she first fostered into the world. Very, extremely dangerous. You wish to go back?
I would actually want to help prevent this from getting worse. As a follower of Natsuko, it's my duty to prevent imbalance, and I fear this creature does not care for our balance.
He starts to stroke his beards. He has two beards, so he goes, Perhaps we should reach out to the Lantern Priests and find information on how they purge Ma in these villages. And maybe it's something that can be replicated on a larger scale.
Where would we find these Lantern Priests?
There's many places. I know of a champion. His name is... Oh, I forgot his name. His name is shit. What's his name?
His name was Shit.
That one guy.
His name is Shithead.
Shit Tit. That's his name, Shit Tit. What was that little Nicky that one dude called him Tithead or whatever it was?
Yeah.
He,
That one.
Where's Brock?
Watch it be that one
Yeah,
guy
we're
with
wrong.
his name is Rothkan the Devoted, and he runs a church of Resmir in the Thalorian Wilds in Paranor. He's one of the most prominent Lantern priests that I know, although the Illuminated Kingdom also walks in Resmir's holy light. If not there, I know if you go north, the Nevermore Expanse, there's a city named Light's All that patrols the northern parts of our land from the darkness above. Unless you would be able to somehow find a way to speak to Amadou knows Rezmir himself, or one of his angelic or Valthera or Solarian angels of light and law. I do believe there's Lantern Priest in Krav as well, though I cannot remember their name for the life of me. But it is a very prosperous religion. I do know that Rothken was responsible for pushing back some void many years ago in the Kabaran jungles with some companions much like yourselves. And he has seen the void in person. But he is on the other side of the world.
You say companions. Who were they?
Oh, there's a group of them. I believe there was a barbarian. Her name was Tiga. She was a fighter in the pits. There was a gnome who called himself Gimbal the Clever. Very powerful sorcerer. There was a forged dwarf. I can't remember his name. So on and so forth. The 6 guys you played in the one shot.
Yep. God damn Tiffany. As soon as I heard the name, I was like,
Yeah,
Tiffany. Hell
I'll
yeah.
call her Tiffany when she raged.
Yep.
Warlord the Tad Warlock.
Yeah, that's my dude. He was cool.
And also, let's
I was
continue
actually
on.
waiting for you to bring those back in, too. So.
There they are.
Yeah, there they are.
You guys are higher levels now?
Yeah!
We are. Yeah.
Tiffany called!
Fight alongside Tiffany to fight Ma. Ah!
Yeah! Hello, Tiffany. Hello!
Is it worth sending or looking into a pocket of resistance that we can place on the haunted lands? Maybe the archmages here, we can at least find a way to give some sanctuary and begin investigating what is happening there.
I fear that might not be possible. Ma has the power to destroy an entire city now. Abraxas has fallen. Or more, should I say, crushed into a ball above where it used to.
She crushed it into a ball.
Raised it out of the ground.
He looks, for the first time, he's always seemed very cheerful and like all-knowing. You can see the worries and the fear on his forehead.
I could show you it
I would very much appreciate that if you could.
by giving you a memory of it.
He most like instinctively knows what you're gonna do. He reaches out his hand.
I do it.
His eyes gloss over for a bit as you concentrate for the minute with the spell, and after the minute's over, what was that beast? Tendrils coming from its mouth, a gigantic worm of sorts.
That was a beast Ma created. All the followers into one.
You have given me much to consider and to fear.
I fear a larger coordinated effort will be required to remove this threat from this plane.
I agree. What is the next step for the 5 of you?
I'm unaware. I fear we're at a crossroads.
Yeah, I feel like we
There's
are
much
all
to do.
unaware. Speak on that.
Silly question. Probably because I'm dumb and forgot, but did we ever tell those stone giants to stop
I know, right? I'm still thinking about that in the back of my head.
Yeah.
I did.
He did it right at the very end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember somebody saying they were gonna scry them or tell
That
them,
never happened though.
but I can't remember it ever
Forgot
happening.
about 'em.
So I'm glad it wasn't just me thinking that. So okay.
I want to say me and Magnus saw their heads in
You probably did, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I was kind of hoping we didn't find out what happened. But hey, cool, we stopped him. Awesome.
Do you know what deity the Garistro comes from?
El Terrell.
Isn't that who the elves follow?
Fear they were trying to trick us if that's the case.
Well,
I'm glad
Well,
we
demons
do.
are like.
El Terrell created the demons, but they're their own chaotic beings, and
They all
Gotcha.
just mad and trying to eat each other.
many of them go their own paths, and madness has consumed much of them.
But why would this one want to block the elves from returning?
Because he's a dick.
That is a good
No.
question.
He's a dick. He's
Flat
not
out,
like
the
sitting on the
whole reason
bridge.
right there, because he's a dick.
He may be angry and wishes to return. He may find solace in a companion down there. He may be being controlled by someone else.
He was also binded to the cannibalistic Minotaur.
Hmm.
Leader, at least.
These
so-
Minotaur may have got a hold of him. Much time has passed since you've left there, correct?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Quite a few weeks, yeah.
I can speak to the archmages here and say a course of action. We could reach out to lantern priests, discover what they may know, depending on which pocket of the priest you wish to discuss with, and how quickly you want to return. It may be a long shot, but we may also be able to reach out to the Sandelius elves or the Hammerfell dwarves, both of which border the haunted lands. I'm not sure if you have a preference for dwarves or elves. Each have their own pros and cons, I must say. Coming from a human, that is.
Depending on how deep rooted this problem is, it may be a problem for all the races to work together on.
This is very true.
We only know the location of one of Ma's avatar. If that wasn't even the epicenter of the calamity that caused it to appear, I can only imagine how powerful the actual one is in the capital.
It will be just to get into the capital, or to get to the vault, will be a heroic effort. If she is consumed as much as she has and can destroy like she does. So the five of you wish to help save the world.
I wish to. I don't know for the rest of my party members, though.
I feel like
Wish to.
before
Music's so good.
I feel like before we agree to anything, all party members should be present for a discussion.
Well, let me speak with the archmages. See what secrets or opinions they may have. And then I will reach back out to you. Let you all have time to digest what just happened at the Crovian Empire and what your next step should be. I feel like we are in this together now. There is no Rashimi, there is no Salian, there is fighters against this void. We must make sure we have the strength to meet this. We don't want to end up going into these haunted lands and becoming slaves to her.
Agreed.
Agreed.
If you'll excuse me, I must spend some time here with my library. I have much to look into. I have much to decipher. Feel free to walk the grounds. You know you're always welcome here in the university.
Let's go find Pina.
Yep. I will find you guys in a little bit. I'm going to find this
see.
other.
Jebediah?
I'm gonna see this other Archmage Jebediah. Yeah. We're gonna go say hello.
So as you guys walk out of the Royal College Tower at number 26, you step out into the university grounds. It's the sun is starting to set, so it's around dinner time. So much of the students are now in the dining halls, and you guys remember the dining halls are number 23. So many of the students are now eating. Some stuff about the Royal College you probably remember, but there's 4 schools. It's like a Harry Potter college. There's different schools that you can join. House Anima, House Ignitus, House Terra, and House Tritonus. And the people that wear the corresponding tabards of a certain color represent the house. So you see young kids wearing purples and reds and greens and blues, and they usually walk with others that wear the same colors.
Fucking gangs.
I'm in the blue clique. Oh.
But as the 5 of you walked out of the tower, a short little gnome walks by. As he walks by, he looks over at Rizzo.
Quickly, punt it.
A little Archmage Jebediah.
Hello there, my little friend.
What is that on your hip? That is amazing.
I have identified this as a boomstick. Do you happen to be Archmage Jebediah?
Yes, I am Archmage Jebediah, and I am interested in your very large boomstick.
I was actually told to come find you about this certain item. Oh, hello there.
Hello.
How coincidental.
He shakes your hand with both hands.
Amazing. Well, yes. Good man.
I was just on my way to eat supper, and well, you're welcome to join me, and you can bring that if you wish. Are you hungry?
Well, I'm starving. Let's go eat and talk. Bye, everybody. We're gonna have fun.
We should actually probably head to the chow hall. Probably where Pina is.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
So you guys are all walking together.
Yeah, so as Rizzo says goodbye and starts walking away, we just follow him.
Leave me alone. I don't want you now. We talking business over here.
Don't make this weird.
I have the
Don't
money.
make me serious. So this little thing, it fires little balls out of it, and they explode and go boom, kill people. It's pretty amazing.
Where did you find this thing? This is amazing.
We killed people, and well, I randomly found it.
Yeah.
In the haunted lands.
Well, you're amazingly
Oh, I'm
lucky.
not gonna tell them where I found it at, but I just tell them.
What are you gonna
It's a
do with
pretty-
this?
Well, I was hoping to try to figure out a better way to get some range or a bigger explosion on it.
Oh, you want to enhance this?
Well, maybe. Or would you be able to do such acts like that?
He lifts up his hands and he's wearing these black leather gloves like Michael Jackson with the fingers out. And he goes, he pulls them. It's what I do.
Well, my friend.
Can I see it? He
You
goes,
seem to want to do this, so I am not going to stop you.
can I hold it? Can you give it to me?
On one condition. You ready for my condition?
He's like listening, but he's not looking at you now. He's just staring at your boomstick.
You must give this back to me. That is all I ask.
Oh, of course. I'm going to document it in my journal. I'm going to open it and fix it and enhance it and then return it to you.
My question to you now, my friend. How long do you think it will take you to enhance this contraption?
I think we may need to skip supper. And he grabs you by the hand. He starts to rush around the dining hall towards the tower.
Well, I think we're going to fix this son of a bitch right now. I'll be back. Bye. Have a good time.
This little Noah's by the hand. He's like a little kid. He's trying to run with you, like in Disney World. Come on, hurry, faster!
I'm tripping behind him because I'm trying to stay at his level but still run. Trip.
So as the rest
Yeah,
of you
we
walk
head
into the
out.
dining hall, he takes you to this large tinkerer's workshop. That's at number 12 down here. And as you walk in, there's all these different types of gizmos and bots kind of floating around. Cogwheels, mechanical contraptions. Place it on the table. And he rushes away into another room.
Well, since this is Royal College, I guess I should trust them, and I take it off my hip and I put it on the table.
And
Reluctantly, but I still do.
in the back, you hear this loud, just rummaging, and you hear stuff being thrown. And he steps out. And as he steps out, he's wearing this huge apron, and he has these gigantic goggles on. Each goggle is like as big as his head, so it like magnifies his eyeballs at you. It's time to get to work. He rushes up to your boomstick. Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
What happened last time? Please. Okay, not bad.
15.
Better than nothing.
Wait, I can put it in. Oh shit.
So for the next hour, he's just grabbing random tools, and he completely opens up the boomstick, and you see him messing with the flintlock and all this stuff, and he's moving things around. And he disappears. He runs in the back, and he comes back again with this long barrel. I can do this. He starts talking and all this. Yeah, basically. That's him.
Yeah, look at that guy. Hello, hi.
I can change this, and I can put this onto this. I can do this. And after the hour is done, he adds a longer barrel to your boomstick, which gives it a range of 80 as a beginner. So he adds 30 feet to your range on your gun. So let's go in here, make this an 80, and make this a 120.
That is friggin' incredible.
Oh, man.
Now, if you're able to recover the core of an elemental, preferably a fire elemental, I think we can enhance the blast radius of this contraption.
Well, oh my gosh. I may know of a fire elemental that we maybe try to take care of here soon.
The bigger the elemental, the bigger the blast radius. But when you collect this, it will burn your hands, and you'll need one of these. And he reaches in his back pocket, and he pulls out this like strange burlap sack. Fireproof.
Fireproof.
No, you cannot touch this with your hands. You need to put your hand in like this. And he puts his hand in on the back side of the bag. And then you grab it like this, and then you pull it out.
Interesting. I'm gonna take those from him.
Get the biggest fire elemental core you can find. Bring it back here, and we can enhance this blast radius on this weaponry.
For you, my friend, I will do anything because you've done a wonderful job. I do appreciate you.
You can see in his journal, there's like all these sketchings of your boomstick too.
Yeah.
I may try to replicate this.
You, my friend, do anything you would like.
But you should have at least a little bit of range now on your fire shots when you do this.
That's one of the things I wanted you to do. Fantastic. Cannot complain one bit. I take it out. Is there anywhere I could test this out at?
Alright, come back here. Come around, and he takes you outside to the side there, and there's this like very... It looks like a training dummy in World of Warcraft, but it's made entirely of metal. It's about 3.5 feet tall. There's a red bullseye marked on the front of it.
We're gonna take some actions here and take a couple shots and see how well she does.
Got it?
Let's see how well your accuracy is with this new rifled barrel. Boop, boop, boop.
All three hit. You hit the center of red each time. Ching, ching, ching.
Consistent too. That's so nice.
You are well versed in firearms.
And you did a hell of a job with this rifled barrel.
I do appreciate that. I am the master tinkerer here.
Well-deserved title. Well, my friend, I do believe I'm going to go now. I will bring back a core for you, and yes, I hope you have a great day. I hope you enjoyed tinkering with my boomstick.
Yes, yes. And as you're like saying goodbye to him, he just runs off to his journal and starts to read it, like mid-sentence.
Nice, and I grab the boomstick, still in my hand, and I'm walking off with it. It's mine. Thank you very much.
So as you make your way back towards the dining hall, the rest of you guys walk into the dining hall, and there's students all on different tables, and they're eating looks to be some sort of like chicken, mashed potatoes. And you see Pina. She's off. She's wearing a green tabard, which represents House Terra. And she's flanked between two different guys, and on the left is an Avi's, and on the right is a human.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Not that bird rival.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Are they gonna fluff their feathers at each other?
Yeah.
Avon cast fireball.
But her back is to, like, she's sitting in a place to where she won't see you when you walk in, but as you like walk up behind her, you can see her. And she's talking, she's laughing, she's eating food. But you guys walk into this mess hall, and there's a good 300 students in here eating.
I'll just walk up and greet. Hey, Pina.
She turns and she gives you a big hug. Avon! And as she does, this Snow Avi's sitting next to her looks at you.
Insight.
Go for it.
Fuck. There it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh, damn.
He's super jealous. He hates your guts.
Okay.
What are you doing here, Avon?
We were just talking to the Arch-Chancellor.
Good things, I hope. I think he's been giving me special treatment since I've gotten here, thanks to you all.
We stopped the war.
That's amazing.
So now we're just going around and seeing where we're gonna go next.
Are you feeling angry? Does Hrothgar and his anger, has it changed you?
I'm not angry. Am I angry? I look at Magnus.
Seem pretty pissed off to me.
I'm not pissed off.
Wait, perception. Wait, insight. I want to insight Avon how he feels towards the other AVs.
Do you want to try to hide it, or you want to tell him?
Does he seem jealous?
I'm curious as well.
18's pretty high to beat too if you're trying to hide it.
I'm not trying to hide it. I mean, there's a hint of it, but it's not like very forceful. It's just he's like, God damn it.
Spit it out, young man.
Avon doesn't follow Harafe.
He doesn't follow Hrothgar. You still follow Hrothgar, right, Magnus?
Do I seem mad?
You seem relaxed. Oh, I'm so sorry. Magnus, Avon, Horizon. I don't know your friend the Rusko. I don't think we've met yet.
Tasiki.
Tasiki, nice to meet you. This is Barry. She points to the Avies. And this is Chester, the human. Chester, oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. I've heard so much about you. It's amazing. And then Barry's like, hi.
Nice to meet you both.
That little bird seems pissed off.
You said out loud.
Straight up.
Barry says, and he's maybe 14. He's a young Avies. I don't appreciate those that put my friend Pina in danger. I've heard the stories of your escapades.
Then you've heard the stories of us saving her too.
I heard the stories of her being tortured by the disfigured Grandmaster. And while I do think it is admirable that you rescued her, if she didn't know you, she wouldn't have been there in the first place. Then he shakes his feathers. She reaches out. It's okay, Barry. They took me from a place. They took me from Graysford, which isn't even really on the map anymore, and now I'm here. And I'm a member of House Terra. I'm training with Archmage Tippletoe and becoming a master healer. She taught me something the other day where I can, if I shout loudly enough and say the certain words, I can heal someone. It's amazing.
Oh, healing word. Okay.
I thought you were hinting at the barbarian that you were talking about yesterday. I was like, wait, what?
You might turn into a barbarian.
Oh yeah, for those that don't, making a healing barbarian who yells at people to heal him.
She hulking out.
Yeah, Peanut rages.
Ah!
Stop being a pussy! That's good, Peanut. Glad to see you are doing well. Studies.
What's next for you all? What's going on here?
Actually, I haven't discussed it. Don't know.
We have to wait till we get Zervesh back.
Oh yeah, where is Zervesh? Where's Rizzo? As she says that, Rizzo walks in. Oh, there's Rizzo.
Zervesh is off doing Zervesh things.
Hello.
Rizzo! She gives you a hug. Zervesh is off brooding somewhere. He did brood a lot when he was in the castle.
I actually feel like he won't be brooding this time.
That's good. Maybe you guys are rubbing off on him. You are his family. I know he lost his family, and I think you all took the place of it. And you're my family too. I wouldn't be here without you. Maybe one day we'll go back to Bernick.
I feel like we have a very large extended family.
Lots of friends, lots of acquaintances.
Lots.
Maybe
Big bad evil guys chasing me.
That's 30 sessions for you.
maybe one day you can meet a friend that's a dragon.
You've befriended a dragon?
Yeah.
Why does your
Mars.
Rusko friend keep licking her front paws? It's very unsanitary.
Nervous. I got skin allergy.
Are you allergic to raw fare too?
I'm not allergic to raw beer.
Are you angry, Tasiki?
I'm angry that you're trying to incite me.
I'm not trying to
I
incite
don't
you.
know you.
Oh, what do you say that Barry says in front of her? His feathers ruffle out large.
I just imagine you just breaking out, laughing at.
This little 14-year-old Amy is just screaming at you with his feathers out. He starts to walk left to right, dancing.
All I see is like a turkey.
He's a
Bitch, I just got my broomstick back. Don't make me fucking blow up a goddamn turkey,
Hey,
alright?
let's all calm down. Relax.
Chester grabs him and pulls him back. Barry, relax.
Can't.
I didn't know Aves were so territorial. They're like Ava.
Not territorial.
Not yet.
Barry puts his feathers down and looks at Avon. What nest are you from? He says, condescending towards you.
Babies are fierce when it comes
I'm
to their potential
from
mates.
the northern wild ones. Zafari.
When he said Northern Wildwoods, he kind of was like, yeah. When he said Safari, his face kind of drops. Oh. He turns around, starts to eat, puts his back to you.
What are you from?
Doesn't matter. He keeps on eating. He's lived a very sheltered life, but don't mind him, Avon. Your new wand is fancy.
I haven't been able to test it out yet.
Oh, you've recently got it. That's amazing. Delve in some dangerous tomb.
Close to that, yeah.
Wolfhard Clan always full of adventures. I do miss it. Maybe I'll rejoin you once my teach sheet is complete. We do get a Wintercrest break. Maybe I'll visit you guys at Wintercrest. It's summer right now.
That'd be sweet.
Agreed.
I hope my friends didn't give off the wrong impression.
Puberty. Get the all.
Taken.
Teenage angst.
Maybe we should do a campaign of just being in the Royal College, like Harry Potter.
Oh my god.
Such a 13-year-old.
That's amazing. It's gonna happen now, you
We
know.
can have all the archetypal characters in it too.
Actually, it would be a cool one shot.
That would be so cool.
Just this constant stream of one shots for that.
Well, are we to head back?
Yeah, I'm ready.
She says her goodbyes and she turns around. As you walk out, she's eating. And as you guys are walking out, you see Beery looks over his shoulder at Avon. Just.
You're
You're muted, Des.
If you want, I can take him out back for you.
No, I'd be able to handle it myself.
I could let them run a little further this time. They'll be able to know. Put them in the back. I'm just saying.
That's when you get the net 20 and explode.
Yeah, right. Oh, god dang.
So as you guys walk out of the mess hall back into the Royal College grounds, it's still pretty light. Everyone's still in there eating. The sun is starting to set. It's about dusk. You probably put around 6:30, 7 o'clock in the spring. So the sun's starting to set.
Go outside and start a fire then?
Maybe we shouldn't start a fire. We should try to find
or just a campfire. I don't know.
fire on the fucking ground. Goddamn Wolfhard Clan.
Set a blaze, the goddamn blaze.
Yeah, it's already like I guess like
There's got to be a fire pit somewhere.
fireplaces.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just,
right.
you'd find one. Take you a couple
Okay.
minutes, but you'd find one. Eventually, you
There's gotta
find
be
a fire.
pit or fireplace somewhere. Somebody's messed with fire in this damn place.
Yeah. Takes you
Hey,
a
you
couple minutes.
pyromaniac! Give me that lighter.
You find a big enough fire and cast fire step. 5 of you jump through. That's the plan.
Hey.
All right. So the 5 of you step out again to Sky Castle Rind, and as you do, you step out of Sky Castle Rind. As you make your way to the north, you look over the edge of the castle Rind, and you see Zervesh standing next to 4 other Draconic, next to a large tree. 2 of them look to be much older than Zervesh, and then 2 of them are a little older than Zervesh, but you would guess they're like 16, 17, 18. But all 4 are Draconics. All 4 have the same type of skin tone. But you guys are back at Sky Castle. There's a slight drizzle, but nothing uncomfortable.
So we all see Zervesh.
Yeah, he's pretty in the open. He's on the. You guys are floating above. So he's down on the ground next to the tree with the 4 other Draconic family.
I guess we should land, since we don't need to travel anywhere right now, right?
Yeah, I guess you can see what's up with Zervesh.
Yeah.
They don't have the plant features like him, right?
No.
Okay. Seems he made new friends. Which is weird for Zervesh.
I mean, he made Gargax, so.
I mean,
He didn't really befriend them.
I went out with the purpose to find guards and I got
Them.
guards.
yeah.
So you land Sky Castle?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna go down and give Rex and Gargax more money.
Hey guys, we appreciate you.
Speaking of friends, yeah.
Uh,
So Sergeant
Very
Rizzo
friendly.
land the castle. Servesh, you see the castle land next to you.
I've been telling my family a heavily whitewashed thing of what we've been doing, and putting it more where I've been in the back healing people instead of up in the.
Okay. So the Sky Castle lands.
Ezo.
Okay. He's still
I'm gonna
looking
talk
now.
to Zevesh first.
Up to you guys.
I mean, I'm gonna be heading down after I pay Gargax and Rex. Or Rex.
Let's actually figure out ordering first as a group before I talk to Azor then.
Yeah.
So. Or Zervesh could just come up here and, be
I'm in the middle of a conversation, Philip. Doesn't make it bad.
Well, the Sky Castle's landing
gotta-
about 100 feet from you.
I'll park this bitch at a dime.
I'll work out.
Get on,
Sorry,
bitch.
Megan.
We're fucking going to the next town.
I'll head down.
Let's go speak to the lizard.
Siki and Rizzo, you guys want to go out too?
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
The five of you walk out to see Servesh and these four other Draconic that you did not see before.
Go off on your own and find friends.
I've been. Well, I suppose you can say I've been playing Kashmar to try and get these ones closer to me.
The biggest Draconic puts his hand out towards you, Magnus. My name is Nadar. I am Zervesh's father. This is my wife, Serena, and my two sons, Tarhun and Torin. Zervesh is our youngest.
So this is the sending you wanted me to send. Why
I'll,
you wanted to contact.
I'll shake his hand. Kind of like, I guess, puzzled.
We've heard much about the five of you. I thank you for taking such good care of my son and rescuing him from the blight, which now seems so long ago.
Honestly, I don't know if it's us taking care of him or him taking care of us.
He was always a quiet child.
That still hasn't changed.
It would seem so.
So, what happened with Kashmar?
I made a deal with him where I was supposed to be watching you, and he'd get them away from.
Supposed to be watching me.
He wanted me to try and ensure that you would do the trader up.
Why does
They were.
everybody have
They-
fucking back deals? Damn.
Not me. You saved my life. I'm here for you.
I'm pretty sure he wanted to use my family as bargaining chips, but he didn't really think to watch or think it would. He didn't leave any precautions to keep me away from them when I was alone.
You see Serena put a pillow behind Zervesh's head.
Oh, there.
So, your debt was repaid and your family was released?
No. He just left me alone, so I got them out.
You stole your family
Oh.
back.
So.
So now we
might
have.
to worry about Kashmar in a little bit.
No. If he
No?
tries anything, then I'll just let the king know what he's been doing.
So you're blackmailing him. Oh god.
He was
Gonna
going to
blackmail-
try and blackmail me.
Yeah. Hmm.
I mean, I understand it.
Two wrongs do not make a right.
Well, you do it for your family.
I was gonna say this is
My
not a
family's dead.
wrong, really. This is a right.
Wait, did you really say that? So,
I would still like if we traded with him. Just I wasn't about to let him do anything while we were beginning to start trade if we settled.
Makes sense.
yeah, I wish you would share more.
Well, hopefully this
So we
doesn't
can play
sour our
a friendship like
relations
this.
because we may not be able to trade now.
Well,
I think
I think it's too profitable for him to not.
Well,
you-
yes, hopefully. But you know, sometimes pride and ego is easily wounded. And people do make brash decisions, you know. But
The
it
good
is
news
what it
is-
is.
I don't.
I'm glad
think
you have your
Josh
family.
Murray is that prideful to where he would reject the deal if it still came to him.
I mean, the good news
You
is
don't know this man, so whatever.
we're on the king's good side, I feel. So he definitely doesn't like Koshmarn. We need to, like Zervish said, we can let him know about his slave dealings.
Also, speaking of that, if you needed some people to help work out trade with you, my family used to be traders before.
They used to be, what was that? Traders for what?
Like caravanner,
Yes,
Gotcha.
so they may be able to give some insight if they were.
we had a live of merchants on the road and made coin doing so. That's what led us into the northern wildwood and put us in the path that happened where we lost Zervesh.
So as far as like our people that we have, so we have Izar, and then we have like 600, 500 minotaurs. Kind of what our city has right now.
You're at like 200 now.
Oh, fuck. A lot less than I thought. Okay.
Well, right now, your family won't have to worry about coin. We would need to figure out what we do next. But I assume they're staying with us.
I don't want to impose. I mean, Zervesh, I wouldn't mind living in the castle or living with the Minotaur and having just a nice home on the forest edge.
Well, you guys are traders. You are definitely assets. We, our Minotaur people have come from a very damaged history. They lost their homeland and now they need to become established again. Perhaps you guys can help them get established here.
Wherever you want to plant your roots, we can open a general store and help out where we can.
Well, I say we got nothing to lose. We might as well stay here and try to rebuild the town.
Well, the king wants to give the
Unless-
town back.
Oh.
Unless you're talking about,
the town below it.
yeah. Are we talking about the
We
street?
didn't get the fuel yet, did we?
No.
We were just talking
Avernus?
about Avernus.
Ruins of Avernus.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, getting established there since it's already on the map.
What are you talking about? I thought it was already called Wolf Furnace.
Wolf Furnace? Well, yeah, I mean, okay. We can call it that now.
I mean, we can set the
It's not
Minotaur
established
there.
yet.
This is
Unless you have somewhere else we need to go. King Magnus. King Warlord Magnus.
If you want to make him king, you gotta go north.
Yeah.
Warlord Magnus.
You gotta go to Sleet's Landing.
I mean, the Minotaur can set up in Avernus.
We'll just have to deal with the Kraken.
I feel at this point that we are just too damaged for what we've been through. It's probably good to lay low for a bit. Kind of recuperate
We could put the
our
town
morality.
below then.
You wanna see the map?
Yeah.
So Wolf Furnace, it is.
I'm saying because the Kraken's still in
Oh.
Gulf.
That's true, but
Yeah, I say we It's kind of a hint that it may not be a actual kraken.
Yeah, that's what I was
it's-
saying. It
Yeah.
may not be an actual kraken, but it's
It's still something.
I feel we should go
Yeah.
investigate that then. We should bring the Minotaur to Wolf Furnace and go investigate Gold Point and take care of this problem.
So if you scroll north a bit, if you want Magnus to become the actual warlord, you gotta go here.
Yep.
But you would have a capital. It'll take time though. Wherever
we
you
could fly there easily.
wherever you guys want to go. There's a lot of things you
Travel
guys can do
200
now.
people.
Well, we
Oh,
have
weird.
them set up here while we go there.
I feel like we should probably really solidify Magnus's like reputation as a Salian, because if we just go into Salian land and just announce him king, like
Oh, willy nilly, like, oh, here we are. So we
Thing
let them.
we have going for
we
that
should
though.
probably lay low for right now. I'm just saying.
Well, right
Oh,
now
I
the
think-
thing we have going for that is none of the plans other than Wolvig know about plans we had.
Yep.
So even the root walkers shouldn't know of it because we weren't the ones who attacked. If
Mhm.
anything, they'll let everybody else know that it was Wolvig.
Yeah, but he may go back and be like, look, I'm the one that did it all. It was me, and get favor. So
He might, but like I told him, I really think that if we let everybody know, if that happens, and we tell everybody he worked for the Krovian Empire, that he would quickly fall out of favor with a lot. He may be able to buy some.
true. So do we just wait here for a while instead of camp, or we just go head straight back to your homeland? It's up to you, Mr. Magnus.
Well, you guys have, I mean, helped me for months now. I don't want to force you to take another 6 months.
Well, I'm no master trader by means, but I think we should establish some kind of base camp on the mainland for trading purposes with the main city.
Yeah, I agree. No matter what we do, we should kind of start establishing Avernus for the Minotaurs.
It's either gonna be Magnernus or it's gonna be Wolf.
Magnus.
It's either gonna be Magnernus or Wolf Nerdus. Come on, one of the two. Let's rename it. It's our town.
Darkness.
Just call it.
I don't know
about that.
That's a
That's
little
too
too
edgy.
edgy. That's just a little too.
We could
So emo.
we could always let the Minotaur name it.
Sadness.
Sure.
Ooh, yeah. It is technically gonna be their town.
gonna call
We're
it
just gonna
Abraxas.
rule it.
Abraxas too.
Abraxas with an A. instead of an E.
I put it in chat, but you guys, this is like, you guys figured out as a group the next chapter of this story. Got a lot of different avenues you could go down. Just whatever
We're
avenue
gonna
you guys want to
make
do.
Lost Ass Town is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Did you guys say anything about the meeting with the Archmage to me, or
I'm
are we just talking about
Yeah, I'll tell you like in total.
we take time to help the Minotaur settle down, and we can also work with the Archmage to gather allies to figure out what's happening in the Haunted.
Okay, I will follow that idea.
And then I can build my book.
And when it comes to the researchers, if they send people, it may be best to have more people assigned to them to watch their mental health, so they don't go the way of King.
So are we saying set up the town, let the Royal College of Noble help? First they sent get us scouts.
I would say some of the salient people are on the main, like over in the war fields.
If you go Alheim,
Yeah.
Kyriador, and Ustaliv.
So
If we deal with Mob,
we
we can leave our forces here to regenerate and possibly
can
create a base camp.
help the town grow and slowly work out Magnus's influence towards the Salians while also working on getting allies for the work.
Well, if we work out and can make me a warlord, we have shit ton of allies.
The only reason I would want to start working on a force at the Royal College right away is if we have people researching what's going on there, it won't be as big of a hit when you become Warlord to deal with the threat that is forming there.
I agree.
I feel it will be a long time before we directly deal with Maz. There's much to be done before we return.
Yeah, I feel like us charging in last time probably wasn't the best.
We had no idea. Nobody did.
Definitely, the more we know, the better we are dealing with a deity.
So we work towards improving our situation here, though, for now.
I agree.
That's my main thought.
Possibly
For how long?
recruit more numbers, so we can return to Sleet's Landing with a large enough force to be convincing to the people.
I don't know if we'll need a forced
I don't think so.
event.
I don't know if we
And the longer we wait, the more chance that somebody else steps up,
Mm-hmm.
tries to claim it by force.
Perhaps we should head there now. And then we join in the role in college after you return to your throne.
even then, if a few of us were to travel up to Sleep's Landing, I could easily get us there and back here very quickly.
That is true.
Well,
Should
is
we
there
leave the
any
castle here, then?
That would make sense. We could easily return back using your fire step.
What were you gonna say, Rizzo?
I was gonna say, is there any possible way that you could do your dream and talk with the other clans, let them know what you're doing, and let them know what's happened?
I have to know the person, and I believe the only person I know as of now that was on the council is Volwig.
Yep. Okay.
Rootwalker's dead. You know.
Yep.
Burning Tree's dead.
Because I agree with both. I don't know which one to do, to be honest with you. I honestly think that if we go up there and try to get him to be king, there might be a fucking coup already, and there might be a fucking trap. That's
think-
my worst fucking fear. That's why I
Instead of-
keep suggesting to stay here and stick it out and do all this. I'm a cautious man.
Was the third one too? You go with Greg
Third one?
Goliath to the Firelands.
But yep.
I mean, yeah, you
Yep.
were really trying to push that. Give
Mm-hmm.
That would
He
be
is.
sick.
He is.
I
I'm
know.
ready to go.
here to get this.
What you do is you plant
I can
plant
get it.
seeds and see
Uh-huh.
which plant gets fucked.
All of them.
For your
All
virgin.
of them get fucked. Come on,
Yeah, that's
let's
the
do it.
problem. Problem with this group is we want to fuck everything.
Uh-huh.
But I think if we're worried about Salians, then we can honestly just try and get the clans that are here on the mainland on your side. Help push your.
Do I know what clans Alheim and all the others on like the mainland, like what clan they are? I guess.
The ones on the mainland are like a mix of a lot of stuff.
Okay, so it's not just one.
It's like a melting pot. And then once you get into like the frigid north is when it really segregates itself.
Gotcha.
So on like the east side of Slumbering Peaks, it was all Oakhammer, which was Rootwalker, which is now screwed up. on the west side of the Celebrating Peaks, it was all Wolvig. And then you and the Burning were on the hinterland side of it.
Yeah.
But there's also like little pockets of stuff. It'll just be going there and going to town and seeing what's there. Because you haven't been there in 30 years? 20, 25 years? Something like that?
Something like that.
If you want a base build, we can figure out base build and stuff. Figuring out like how you want to go about trade points, setting up ambassadors, recruiting people, going into the Viridian Thicket and figuring out how you want to build your city and all that kind of stuff. Because you could build your city however you want it. Figure out how you want to populate it.
Maybe start off with that and then go to Sleet's Landing.
But you
Or
guys
we
are-
could just tell these people this is your new land, this is your leader here, Magnus, and you have fun. We just leave them there to rebuild, and we go off into giant land and go fight big monsters and do cool things.
If you go Sleet's Land and you go north, you're going into like full-on Nordic frost, timber, that kind of stuff. The old tunes, that kind of area. That's fine. I mean, that's cool. That should just be what you're getting into. Very God of War 4 style.
Sounds fucking dope.
It'll be all Salian because you're up in the barbarian areas.
I won't get spit on? Holy shit.
Would they even accept,
Rizzo might.
Yeah, Rizzo might.
I might now. God damn it. That's okay.
Yeah.
He can take it. He's got some pride.
Would they accept other species then?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's just Salian
Don't
and
be
Rashimi don't like each
mad.
other.
What
Don't
are you
be mad if I run up
suggesting,
there and
Rain?
kick him over.
Racism?
Possibly.
You're disgusting.
You had a whole lot of options. Hey, this is D&D. Anything you can think of, we can figure it out.
So, yes or no to base building?
I think we should at least
Do something.
Start it.
build it a little. Yeah. I'm not saying build a full fucking town, but like give them something.
I agree.
Even if we start that too, I could always try and venture north a bit and just go back.
Would you dock Castle Rend here?
I think so, yeah.
I feel like we'd have to.
Yeah.
Because if we tree stride back, then our fucking castle's still Sleet Landing. So then we gotta figure out how the fuck to get all the way across. By a boat.
Plus, it's kind of like a castle there. It would be the main focus.
So do we want to focus on the tribes near us first in the warfield? Since they're without a leader right now. And they're just kind of sitting there doing nothing.
I mean, we could, like we said, build Avernus a little bit, then head to Alheim. I mean, if we're going to Sleet's Landing.
Yeah.
And then Kirador. I'm sure we could buy a boat, if that's what we're planning.
On ships.
And your boy's a sailor.
Actually, Magnus knows how to sail too.
Yeah, well, you know how to sail the big boat, or the.
Magnus has sailed for all of his life.
Oh, hell yeah, we're sailor boys. Hell yeah.
It's a 26-day journey across the ocean.
Woo!
So we start reinforcing first.
Is that faster by boat or by the castle? I would think by.
By boat. Yeah, it depends on what boat you get to the speed. So you might be faster than that, yeah.
Get a
We
speedboat.
got a lot of money.
It's true.
We're gonna have 100,000 fucking gold though. God damn it.
I think that's a pretty solid plan then.
So
I mean,
base
we could have
build.
jumped him right then and there and tried to take his money, you know. I don't think the king would have said shit. You would have been like, good, you know.
I mean, you
taking
guys still
care of
could.
business for me.
You can still go over to the city and get it.
So, we restore Vernus, go to Alheim and the Kirador, and then go up to Sleet's Landing, and then return to deal with them all.
I'm down if you guys are.
Seems like a
We
good plan.
started
Should-
it.
should we- Should we send word to the Royal College to send scouts out while we do this other shit?
Warn them as well of
You
the
can
dangers.
tell them that the Minotaurs from Abraxas are here. They may come and question some of them.
True.
These Minotaurs have fought them for most of their lives, so they would have the most.
And they're not regular minotaurs anymore, too. So yeah.
Let them know then.
God dang, her all fair.
Badass fiery Minotaur.
Should have knelt.
Yeah, because
Damn it.
your patron wanted you to become Warlord.
It's true.
Technically,
Could you say no to it? Or would you lose your
Uh,
power?
I lose my power.
Don't worry, I know.
Another wolf.
Plant wolf. Ding bangs.
If you could let them roll
Mhm.
college know what's going on. That
I could do that, yeah.
also let
Okay.
them know if they want to send an envoy here to question the Minotaurs
Hmm.
for help. Let them know.
And I suppose, as much as I'd like to backdoor again, I might have to ask you to talk to Kashmir for me, Magnus, so he doesn't try and do something against my family.
I mean, I'll talk to him, but I feel like I may not be the best with words with Kashmir.
You're still a lot better at talking than I am.
Are you gonna tell me so, Sayla? You wanna hide it?
And you might want to tell him that Seva might be pissed off.
So am I what?
She might be angry with him for hiding that fact that he had.
Ooh. I guess the question is, Kashmir the type of person to use our friendship with his daughter against us? Or our friendship with his daughter?
I'd imagine. There's a reason why he's not like.
I'm thinking he probably would. I don't know the man very well.
I guess
Yeah.
next time we speak, we'll find out. Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
God damn it.
It's over 9,000!
100 episodes later.
Takes 10 episodes to cast Spirit Bomb.
Hell, it took 3 episodes from the first cast Solar Flare.
Yeah, right.
Solar!
Ah!
episode. Flare! Third episode, you finally see it, like, wow, that was pretty weak, bro. You ran away like a pussy. Bye, Krillin.
Good old Krillin.
God dang it. I told my little nephew the day I go completely bald, I'm gonna dress up for Krillin for Halloween. He goes, why don't you just do it now? You're already there. I was so pissed.
Damn.
I was so, yeah, low-key shade, right? Fucking bastard.
So
You're watching you little shit.
you're gonna do some next game, some base building, get Avernus up, and then you're going Alheim to Kirador to Sleet's Landing. Interesting. Okay. That was a lot of lore / backstory / moving pieces.
You.
Nice.
So much.
You really shouldn't have let me be alone there.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. I thought it was funny you guys are like 4 days out from Fjol and I knew it was gonna happen. Ragnar's about to
Boy.
die.
Hey, it gave me an opportunity to use, so I'm happy.
Hmm? So this is now the 26th of Lothus. The next Dynamers game is the 28th, and it's the last game of the year. Last
No
game of
sh-
2019.
Hell yeah.
We have a game next weekend.
Yep.
Okay.
There ain't no brakes on this train.
Yeah, Warm Speaker, you guys are at the campsite still? Going towards the Griffin hatchling eggs?
Yep.
That Dingbang's gonna steal and everyone's gonna chase him?
This may
He's
be
still under-
this may be Ding Bang's out. So just letting y'all know.
Ding Bang may die.
That's funny.
Ding Bang may want out of this whole thing. He may just take some griffins and fly the fuck away.
Oh. That's a good game.
You never know.
That was a good game.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for the resubs. That merch drop.
Merch drop.
Merch drop. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good night.
Alright, Randy.